What? We're just gonna steal Brian's live tonight.
Yeah.
Say hi.
What's up?
We're just waiting for Brian to get home. He'll be home in like 2 minutes, 3, maybe.
Hopefully.
Hopefully.
No one knows.
Right, Piper? Show Piper. Here, look, say hi. Show Piper. Here, look, say hi. It's echoing.
Oh, Brian's gonna be so mad.
That'll be funny, actually.
That would be funny. Yes.
I wonder how. So I want to get his thing ready. Oh.
Brian, hurry up and get home.
Who's that?
That's me.
This?
Oh, that?
That person there? Oh. Hey, Havana. Hey, Mike. The Slickness. I don't think I've ever seen that one before.
Yeah, I've not either.
Go check them out. Piper, stop. Come here. Come on. Shut that door. You're a ghost? Really? From where? Oh, now it's dark. Whatever. It's fine until he gets home. Go truck yourself. Just waiting for Brian, guys. He'll be home in a minute. He's driving some kids around. Oh, look, my pootie. Hi, baby. Curtis is trying to steal my cat. He doesn't understand that it's my cat. What? Stop it. Alberta. Oh. We like Alberta.
Alberta's a great place.
Yeah. Trying to get this thing in so Mike can come in here. Why is it not? But then it won't go here when I'm trying to. Yeah. Oh, there it is. Nebraska. Yeah, I bet that's cold there. We're actually not cold here. We were 8 Celsius. I don't know what that is for the States.
It's 40.
40-ish. 40 Fahrenheit?
Yeah, ish.
40 Fahrenheit. So, that's not bad.
London got snow.
Yeah, not here though.
No.
Not here. We're getting snow, I think. Well, rain first, then some snow.
Possibly.
Oh, Mr. B. Hi, Mr. B. How are you?
What's up?
Who else is in there? Why is this by the window? Oops. Oh, hi, Mrs. Uncomfortable Wife. Ah, Trucker Gal, how are you?
How's it going, Trucker Gal?
You still doing all of those, what is it, push-ups you're doing over there?
Yeah, a little bit of push-ups.
100 of them. I think you should be doing them. Come on.
I like my belly thing.
What did we do with Brian? We kidnapped him. Yeah, no, he's just driving some kids. He'll be home like literally any minute now, I think. We're just hijacking his stuff until he gets here.
Yeah, so it's going to be very awkward
Yeah.
live until he gets here.
It's all good. So Curtis is a little sick, and I'm trying to make him stay away from me. And I've made him drink some vitamins and some bone broth.
It's the sniffles.
It's not the sniffles. He probably has like really bad influenza, and he's gonna pass it to me.
Yeah. Oh, it pulled in. I can already.
I don't like sick people anywhere near me, so ward off.
I can already hear the rage coming from his voice.
He's not gonna rage. He doesn't really care. Did I send him to a self-checkout? I should have. I should have sent him to a self-checkout. No, he just dropped off some kids at a concert. So, well, Curtis passes his germs to me over here. It's disgusting.
You're dramatic.
What's dramatic is his man tits.
Leave them alone. You're self-conscious.
From the yes, exactly. He got these germs from the dirty truck shop.
The flying J break.
I don't work with people, so I never get sick. Now, here he is. No, it was 8 degrees here, Mr. B, today. So I think Curtis said that's like 40 Fahrenheit or something. So, no, it's not even cold here. Like, I wore a t-shirt. Yeah, that's Piper, the shepherd. She's barking.
Oh, it's 46.
Oh, it's 46.
Yeah.
Man booby, look at, see? Victor's even talking about your man tits. Okay, hold on. I think he's coming down the hallway.
Oh, he's listening.
Don't do it, Curtis!
Do what?
Whip out your tit. No, please don't. It's atrocious.
Show your tits! Don't show your tits, Curtis!
It's just echoing out there. 8 is 46. Yeah, that's true.
Did you enjoy that, Brian?
Babe, you have to turn your volume down when you're coming down the hall.
He's old. He doesn't understand technology.
You guys are doing great. I'm going to grab a...
Your Chrome is looking pretty good there. No, come here. I'll get you food.
I'm just giving you a drink of water. Keep going. You're doing great.
No, but I got you.
You're doing awesome.
I got you talking to me.
Keep it going. Don't look at me. Take care of your guests.
No one's talking.
You have 27 people in there. Take care of your guests.
So anyways, I'm chugging all the hot fluids because I don't want to catch his nasty man cold or whatever he's got going on here.
Still dramatic.
No, we really don't, Mr. B, run around. The men do that. They still wear shorts and t-shirts and things like that, but the average person, which would be female, who's smarter, they don't.
I wore a t-shirt all day.
Yeah, because it was warm, though. It was warm out today.
Eating Brian's coffee.
I know, right, Trucker Girl? It's totally man cooties. I feel them just, like, coming off his aura over here.
My aura.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
What?
Tainted and unclean. Exactly. Exactly. Totally tainted and unclean. You know, Nomadic Brit, ever since he told me about his cheerleading days, I kind of think that he wanted to be a female, actually. So, here we are. He wished he was as young as me. Hi, Nevada. Organized chaos. Who else is in here? Oh, it was 80 there today, Mr. B. That's good. Just underwear, Victor. Yeah. You guys were -8, uncomfortable wife. Huh? Not here. I am Wheelburner. He wanted to play the women part today. Yeah. He did all the women duties. He made lunch and he drove kids around today. And he let me sleep in. So your paracord ordered meant to us with the keychain links. Or Chaos, I think it doesn't matter. Whatever way you want to send it. Also, we're getting our keychains in 2 weeks. I ordered them today. Some local girls making them for me. Yeah, I don't like winter either, which sometimes I dream about moving to Alberta, and then they have like winter 6 months of the year there, so I don't know. It's a lot of winter. Like, I haven't even had to wear a jacket yet, so. Yes, Brett, this is me. What if this sit in the middle? Who cares? Winter is the best. No. Oh yeah, that clock never changes. I had a local guy custom make that for me. I haven't put a battery in it yet. What did Whitted say? I missed it. Oh, married up, yeah. Oh, okay. Probably at like keychain length chaos would be fine. That's true, Trucker Girl. I agree. Not here, Uncomfortable Wife. We have had no snow. We've actually had really, really good weather. 2 weeks of rain, and then now it's been nice. But it's supposed to rain again soon and be cold. And we have the heat on in this house, so my face is a little red. I don't know why the heat's on. I turn it off. Brian comes home. He turns it on. What's my favorite time of year? Fall. So what we're in right now here. It's only short, like a month and a half here, maybe. Yeah, I like spring too. Summer, I don't like when it's like really, really hot, but check into those cozies and cameras. Yes, Mr. B, I did. I have some here. I just have to make them. No. Can you just come in here now, Wheelburner? Thanks. Hunkered down. Pets are a good source of heat. Yeah. You're talking about in Alberta slickness? So my brother and his family just moved there. Brian's brother lives there. I don't know. The winter. It's a lot of winter. Like they already have snow and we don't have anything here. Where is the truck cat? I don't know. Curtis stole him. Oh, you've got a Canadian question? What is it? Actually, guys, Wheelburner was really tired today, and he didn't want to do a live, but he told me he has to for a couple hours, just because. He has to work in the morning, so it isn't going to be a 6 or 7 hour one, and I told him if he's on after a couple hours, I'm just going to push the end broadcast. Havana, he actually made a song for me today, but I didn't download it yet. Oh, look, guys, it's my husband. Not that one, this one. This here's the love of my life.
She's killing it. She's killing it. She's doing a great job. You don't need me, do you?
Sponsor for channel, perhaps Manscaped. Oh, no, Victor, we haven't.
All those in favor of Dar taking over and staying on, just keep put one in the comments.
Just so you guys know, Brian's very jealous of my cat. You mean stuff to over for YouTube tips? What is that?
Do you mean stuff to Wheelburner for YouTube tips?
oh, wait, hold on. I want to read that thing up there. How do you get back?
You like that one?
Wait. Brian.
This one's as old as you are, Havana.
Hold on. Somebody just asked a question. Oh, would it be true that someone would eat horse meat in a territory?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah.
You get up to the Northwest Territories, Yukon, and Nunavut, they eat horse meat up there.
Yeah. I don't think our area, anyone eats horse meat. I could be wrong, but
go away, Brian. We're enjoying Dar. Oh, it's all you good.
I see what you're talking about with the comments, though. They fly up on here, but they don't as well on here.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah, we can sit together for a couple minutes, but then I have to. I'm actually working at 9, just for like a half an hour pet visit. Cry. Does who live together? Us? Yeah. Oh, do the live together. Oh, sorry. Oh, sir, I thought you were asking us, do we live together? I'm like, that's a weird question.
Yeah, I'm coming home.
Okay, you're gonna sit down. Are you eating my cookies?
I'm eating one of your keto cookies.
So, guys, I made sugar-free cookies today.
She made chocolate chip keto cookies.
Because I'm low carbon right now, and this is day 7. No sugar for 7 days. low carbs.
Not bad.
And
Not bad. They're not like
no, but you know when they taste good? If you put them in the freezer and then you pull them out of the freezer and you eat them. So I like mine in the freezer. They're way better. And then
I can't eat frozen cookies.
Thanks, Slickness. I like that clock too. I'm a partial to having blue things. And then actually a lot of our house is decorated. And this year I'm switching our tree. Last year it's a white tree. So last year we put red decorations. This year it's blue. And we're decorating it tomorrow without Brian, unfortunately. So yeah, Havana, it is hard to do, but you know what? I'm actually finding it easy this time. Like today, all I ate was, I didn't eat till like 10, and I had asparagus wrapped with prosciutto or whatever it's called. And then I had salmon, like, you know, salmon in like a lettuce wrap. And that's all I ate, and bone broth. I'm not even hungry. Yeah, no sugar grains. Yeah. And yes, Comfortable Wife, I'll send you the recipe.
You're damn right she is, Mark.
You want to see us have a hug? No. You can call him Brian. I thought you called him Wheel. Shave beard and balls if you raise money for kitchen. Yeah. So we're going out next weekend, guys. So we're not doing a live on Saturday. And Brian has told me that he's going to at least trim it up a little bit so that we can take a nice picture without him looking like my grandfather instead of, you know, my husband. So he's going to do some trimming. I'll diet like that off and on. So Havana, I did it before we moved here. So that was 4 years ago for, I think, 6-7 months. It felt great. Moved here. There was lots of new little food places and bakeries around here, and I fell off the wagon. And then it took me 4 years to gain it back. But I think my sugar levels are all off right now and haven't been feeling well. So I'm doing it again. And now I feel great this week towards the end of the week, not the first few days. But I don't mind doing it. And then especially if I can make some baked goods of my own, then it works. Zero sugar, wash it down with a Coca-Cola. No. Christmas is coming. Wow, thank you, Whittit. How do you highlight things on here?
There you go. Click it.
There.
There, click it. You gotta click it. There you go.
Oh, there we go.
Thank you, brother. That was greatly appreciated.
Christmas is coming.
You just paid $100 to get rid of me.
Yeah, trucker girl, and guess what else? I've been like doing my arm weights, just starting small. Okay.
We had Sheila. We had an argument earlier. Actually, it wasn't an argument, but we were both doing our arm curls. And she's actually giving me corrections, telling me, oh, you're doing this wrong and you're doing this wrong. And the first thing she says to me, I said to her, I go, no, babe, you got to do this. And she goes, well, that's not what trucker gal does.
And I was like,
I'm like, holy fuck, I just got outdone in my own house by trucker gal. Thanks, Sheila.
Yeah.
Good job.
Thyroid issues. Yeah, carbs remind me. That's Havana. I haven't gotten tested, but I think there's definitely something wrong because even if I try to eat healthy, but not the way I am right now, I can't even lose a single pound. So I figure I'll try this way again because it's worked before. Oh, Chicken Hawk, when we come visit you, you should have some ready for us. Zucchini muffins are the bomb. Can you send me the recipe? Oh, what the?
Holy shit with it. Like, dude, did you win the
salmon,
lottery?
Monty Python's Grim Reaper. Oh, Banana Puss is on. This is Dart's channel now. Go somewhere else.
Wilburner can stay too. So I got paid $100 to leave, and I got $100 to stay.
Wow, but that is very generous. Thank you.
Yeah.
Cordova and James had phone sex yet? Well, no comment on that, guys. Did you watch Cordova shorts? Oh, where are the TBTs? I don't see them.
Are the TBTs in there? I haven't seen them.
Normatic said. I think you look amazing, Havana. You have, what, 3 kids, I think? You want a 4th or something? That's pretty good. Yeah, Chicken Hawk, I think that'll be the same for me. But I'm not even, like, keeping track this time. Just because for me, keeping track seems like too much work. So if it works, fine. If it doesn't, I'll have to figure something else out. THC, yeah, sure.
Who's the slickness?
I don't know.
DM?
I've never seen that person before, but from Alberta apparently. Oh, the TBT is here. Hello.
TBT.
500 is YouTube's limit. Let's find out.
500 is YouTube's limit.
I don't know if they have a limit. I've never heard of that.
Well, you guys are doing great. You know, just remember, and you guys are usually pretty good with this, but you tip your host. She's working.
God,
You know,
stop that.
you cannot get this kind of entertainment on TV. You can't get this on Netflix. You can't get this on Amazon. You can get this only from Dar.
It's Shorts. He's about to send his gangster friends to Morrison. That's funny.
Yeah,
Oh, sir, that's actually kind of true. You're right. Dar's overcome the camera. Bulldog.
I know. Havana just booted me.
Oh, it's apparently Shannon's in here.
Yeah, Shannon Thomas is in.
Oh, hi, Shannon. They're not here for you. They don't care.
No, they're not. Okay, you're doing great.
I don't have a cigar, though. No, I'm just kidding.
Carry
No, it's gross.
Move.
No, come back in here.
Oh.
We're going back. Yeah, Chicken Hawk, that was me. And you know what? I never pick a date. I don't say, well, I mean, I did what you did. Like you're saying you're going tomorrow. I picked, okay. With it. That's crazy, man. I'm sending you like some merch or something. Thank you. My God. I think that even outbeats any of the ones that I've seen James get. That's absolutely insane, but thank you. That is crazy appreciated. I don't know, Bulldog, where James went today. I was watching him for a bit and then I left. And then I went back on and he was gone. So I watched the beginning when he lost his shit. That was kind of funny, but like he was literally losing his shit. It's hilarious. I don't know. That's strange. Oh, hey, Jeffro. Like level rich. Yeah, Trucker Gal, I wonder. Maybe I should be with him instead of Brian, right? What do you think? You're either on keto or not, Chicken Hawk. I feel you there. Yeah. Definitely going to be on. It'll be challenging with the Christmas season coming up because I love all the goodies, but I'll just make my own. We also, in the little town next to us, have a keto bakery. So it's expensive, so I try to make my own stuff, but Bill said I can have his contracts when he retires. Yeah, TBT, that'd be great. Best had a dry... Oh, that's so fucking funny, Havana. Yeah, it was pretty funny, actually. I saw that about Bulldog. He kind of recanted and felt bad. I mean, everyone's they're entitled to their own opinion. I'm of the opinion that if there's a fundraiser of any kind, if you want to support it, you do. And if you don't, you don't. It's really not anyone's business, right? But I get people's reasonings for not liking a fundraiser. Well, oh, sir, we are going somewhere in February, actually, and then again in May, I believe. So, and then in the summer, it's our 20th anniversary, so we might go away. I was hoping for Iceland, but we might do some small trips instead. Come here. Ha, Britt, that's funny. Yeah, I watched that one too, Shorts, but then I shut it off because you know what? I'll be in the middle of something and then some notification comes. I don't watch half those people, but I just subscribe to them to support them. But well, TBT, yes, we're probably headed that way in the end of February, as you know. Oh, hi, Cordova. You feeling a little better now? I know you were ranty earlier. 20 years Dar doesn't look old enough. I am actually 46. I'll be 47 in February. Oh, hi, Lady Boomer. How are you? Yeah, I'm only on for a little bit because I actually have to leave. I have to be somewhere at 9, just for a couple minutes. I have to go do a pet visit for half an hour. Hi, Sparky from Windsor. How are you? Cordova, what happened to your live anyway? It just like cut out and then you never came back. Does anybody want to come in here so I'm not in here by myself? Hold on. Oops. Oh, sorry. Hold on. Something's wrong with my computer screen. Where's the intros? Okay, hold on. Let me see if I can find any of them. I can't see your comments, guys, while I'm looking for the intros. Mike sent me a new one. Here, this one is a new one he sent me today for Brian.
In a world where letting your second thought be the first thing out of your mouth, he's breaking all the rules. Live with a pack of dogs and cats and kids and a wife. It's Brian Brown, your host here on the Wheel Barter Express.
I figure you're doing so good, I'll just sit in my man cave up here and you hang out over there.
No, you can come back in.
You sure?
Yeah.
You seem to have this covered.
Oh, yeah. It's not till next year, our 20th Trucker Gal. Brian, it's yesterday. That's funny. Was it low sounding? Yeah, I needed to turn up the volume. Yeah, Campbell's been working on a lot. Hold on.
Oh, God. Thanks, Brett. You're killing it.
Copy.
So, Juan, did you and James at all make up at all, or I saw what James wrote or what James said, and then I watched your live. Did you guys make up, or did you? I know you got each other's phone numbers. Can you guys see that? Look at that.
What?
Behind me.
What is it? There's nothing there.
No, up top there.
Your UFC?
Yeah.
Yeah, you can see that. Pootie's scratching at the window. It's gone all crazy.
Cool. All right. Well, I'm going to jump out. I'll come back down the house.
Okay, good. Oh, wait, Curtis is here. Hold on. So we all live in the same house, and we're all on the screen in different rooms.
Yeah.
Yeah. And for those that didn't hear, Curtis is germy right now because he's got a disgusting man cold.
Brian's coughing more than me, thank you.
That's from his vape, dude.
Where the fuck did Brian go?
He's going to come back in here in a minute.
Oh.
Sounds like Modern Family. Yeah, totally. Curtis makes a lot of noise here, too. Curtis sawed off. So funny.
But can we all just give Dar a round of applause and a thank you for coming on screen?
Well, you know what? I decided to come on because people are always like, "Where's Dar? Where's Dar?" And I'm like, I never like to come on, so I thought tonight, you know what? I'll just say hello, and
Look at the screen.
yeah, I'll say hello. Here I am, and I do have to go in a little bit to do a pet visit though. But I think Brian's actually wanting to get in the chair because he's not used to someone else having attention because he's an attention whore. So. All my life I've lived with people who are much louder than me and they usually have all the attention. I'm like that background person. So I don't love the attention. Oh, Mrs. TBT, I can't wait for our date. So excited to meet her. Ryan's getting frisky for the scene.
Not really.
Yeah,
Dude,
Bulldog.
I'm halfway through a movie.
Bulldog,
I can go finish watching my movie if you want.
Brian is totally an attention whore, though. Out of the two of us, like he's the loudest. And I just pamper that because you know what? It's all good. I have a brother like that too. If you get my brother and my dad and my husband in a room together, you can't talk. We kick them outside because that's all you hear is three men going on and on. Curtis, you have a -1 according to Britt.
Wow.
Thanks, IH guy. You're needing to go get dinner. Yes, we are, TBT. It'll be a good time.
No matter, Britt, my heart is so broken.
Mr. Misunderstood. I'm going to answer that for Brian because we don't ask questions like that, remember? And the answer to that is yes. Right, Curtis? You know you don't ask those questions.
Right.
Oh, no, I'm not staying up here for the whole 40 minutes. Well, I don't know. We'll see. Main complex. Brian, they want to know what movie you're watching.
Actually, I'm not watching a movie. I'm in the middle of a series, a Netflix series, Suits. I'm on like season 5, episode 4 of Suits.
So I sat down and watched 2 minutes of that with him today, and I couldn't handle this one guy's face. But anyway, we watched Yellowstone together, and it's coming out tomorrow, but he's leaving tomorrow morning. So now we have to wait a whole week to watch it. Oh, Edgewood. Hello.
Hi.
Hey.
How are you guys? Wait, let me turn this off.
What's that in your background? Is that like a cloth or a blanket? What is that? Listen, Just a Dildo.
Wait.
I love Just a Dildo. Watch him be our stalker, though, and I don't even know it.
There. I had to turn off my Wi-Fi, so go crazy. How are you guys doing?
Good. Good. How are you?
I'm doing fine. Just tired.
Yeah? Did you have a long day? Are you working?
Yeah, working my way up to Rollins.
Okay.
I'm in Denver. Actually, I'm like about 10 miles from where I used to live here in Colorado.
Okay.
Northern Colorado. I used
Is
to live
it
in
warm?
John.
You look like you're wearing something warm today. Is
Yeah.
it
Oh my goodness. I went from
hot?
hot to freezing my ass to okay.
Yeah,
this
you've
is-
been in all sorts of weather.
Yeah.
1 sec. Somebody, TBD, he's asking me my thoughts on being in the truck. I don't think I'm ready yet, guys. First of all, I do my own thing. I'm honestly worried that if I ever get in the truck, I will gain a ton of weight. So
No, you won't. You won't.
and
Put her to work.
yeah, he says he'll put me to work, but I don't know. I can't really handle being there more than a week. Plus, like he mentioned, his whole vape. Like even right now, it's in this room and it's like a sickly smell. If it was once in a while, fine, but he does it a lot. So, and you know what? That's his thing. I'm not going to say to him, "Don't vape" because I'm in your truck. You know what I mean? That's his thing. He's always done it.
Well,
But we've spent a lot of years not together, right? So I don't know.
can I give you some experience? Because I've done that.
Yeah, sure.
And because we got together when I was married and we started delivering money. So
Right.
we got together and we had to. And we were making a ton of money. So that was the good thing. But we set a time to just do it for a year, right?
Okay. To
Because
just
we had
try
just
it.
bought a big, beautiful house in Johnstown, Colorado.
Right.
And so we went at it full throttle. Oh my goodness. It was nice. And I mean, the goods and bads both weighed out because
Right.
we've been to places we'd never been to, Niagara Falls, to the beaches, you know, to Florida. I mean, like all these places that I always
Yeah.
wanted to go.
Right.
And we got there and we got thousands of dollars of checks to go there. So
Yeah.
that was cool. At the
Right.
same time, we had a lot of good times, just the two of us together. It was,
Yeah.
you know, the kids were at home and,
Hmm.
you know, they were watching the house and, you know,
Right.
my kids were with my ex and stuff.
Yeah.
But at the same time, and when we would argue, there was no place, we didn't have enough
Yeah,
space
there's
to
no
leave.
space, right? No, I
Yeah.
mean, like we've
And
never
that was the
argued
hard
so
part,
far on
but
the
it
road.
balanced.
Yeah. Yeah, like I don't know that we would argue so much. Like when it's just us, we have a good time. We don't really
Yeah.
argue, but I don't know. I don't know. I don't think I'd go out every week. I think if anything, I'd go out for 2, maybe stay back home. But then I'm like, I'm trying to decide job wise what I want to do, right? Either nothing or, I mean, there's not a whole lot I'm going to be able to do in a truck. That's
But
the
when
thing.
I got to say this though, the quality time that we spent together,
Hmm.
we really got to know each other. I mean, we hardly fought anyway. I'm just
Yeah.
saying that, you know, but because all we did was laugh. I mean, that was my second marriage. I
Right.
never laughed so much with someone in my life. And,
Yeah.
but we had sex all over the place. And it was neat, you know.
Yeah.
And it was nice because, okay, you know, when you're married,
Hmm.
when you get intimate with someone, you don't have to worry about no diseases or nothing. So we
Yeah.
were like, it was nice for that part.
Right. Same here,
And
lady boomer. Sorry, go
yeah,
on.
and
Yeah.
the thing is that why we only did it for a year,
Yeah.
because we had to stick to that agreement.
Right.
Because after that, we quit truck driving for like about another 3 or 4 months
Yeah.
and started fostering children.
Oh, really?
And that was even harder than the truck driving.
Well, we actually signed up way back to foster kids, but then our kids were coming into an age where I think they needed our attention more. So we decided not to do it. And you know what? I was running a daycare at the time, and I think it would have been too much. So we ended up backing out after the first couple steps. Like we went to a bunch of meetings and stuff as well.
Yeah, that's hard. But the quality time was like unbeatable. I would do it
Yeah,
again if
like
I
I
was
think
married.
that's important. Is the what the hell? Just a dildo says he bangs everywhere too. So
I can't see the comments, so
oh, you can't see them. Okay, well,
No.
just a dildo said that he bangs everywhere. Wheel burner just paid me to kick you, Curtis. Sorry.
I know
That's embarrassing. I don't know how
I
to
know
kick you.
Mr. Whitted is
That's
has
because
the big bucks.
Brit's
He's
too fucking
passing
cheap.
them out.
Brit is
Yeah.
too cheap. Brit is telling people to give $20 to kick Curtis out. I didn't see your name up there, Brit. I didn't see your $20 up there, Brit. I had to do it for you.
I don't know, Bulldog. Sometimes when people are on the screen, are you using your phone, Dodie? Are you using your?
I'm using my tablet.
Okay, and you can't
Why?
see the comments from there when you're on the screen. Oh,
I can't even see them on this.
oh,
With
really?
this, I need my glasses.
So
I
you
don't
could
have my
also go
glasses.
on your phone and mute it, and then you can see the comments there, and then
Oh,
be
wow.
looking on your tablet. That's what I do. Like when I'm not on the live, I have my iPad and my phone.
I didn't know you could do them both together. I thought
Yeah,
it'd
you
be
can.
like
Live, I have my
like a
then you just
shock
turn
or
it
something.
down, like turn the mute like volume off your phone, but you can answer the comments on there.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
My God, I didn't even think of putting 2 and 2 together.
yeah, you could do that. That'll work.
Okay, well, hi everybody.
Hey, why are you orange, Brian? That's weird.
Because I'm awesome.
Can't believe we
Yeah.
just picked Curtis. That's so funny.
Last night I had a great time. I was going to
Oh,
bed.
on
And,
Robin's live?
yeah,
I think it was just the 4 of us in there.
that's
Was
it.
just-
That was
Yeah.
just yeah, and it
Yeah,
was,
that's funny.
I had a good time with it, you know.
Yeah.
told a few jokes and stuff. But yeah, I don't have a memory mattress. I don't want one.
No. What do
No.
you have in your truck?
It's a beautiful
Like-
mattress. I paid like
Oh.
$700 for it.
Yeah.
But like after I got it, like about a couple of months after I got it, because I have a
Right.
little table here. And I don't want to show you, it's a mess, but I have a
Okay.
little table. That's
Yeah.
what my computer's on. And I had my coffee pot, which I still have it next to my printer.
Right.
Well, I had my coffee on this side of the bed, and I'm driving on my new mattress with just one blanket and the sheets. The
Right.
coffee spilled all over the mattress. So
Oh.
I had a big old coffee stain.
Oh,
Like-
that sucks.
I know it sucks.
Do you have like? Have you ever you could put a mattress cover on there or something? Maybe.
Yeah,
like
yeah,
that?
that
Yeah.
was
Thank you,
Also,
just a dildo.
that was when I bought the truck. I mean, bought the
Yeah.
mattress. I actually bought the truck. Yeah, I wasn't going to sleep in that gross thing that they had on here. That was
Yeah.
disgusting.
I guess away. I wouldn't like that either. I spilled coffee on my mattress before too, and then after that, and I had a mattress cover on it, but it had slipped up a bit. So then the corner had it all on it. Because I often drink coffee in bed.
Yeah, I gotta have coffee in the mornings, and you know, it's just getting
That's awesome. Sorry.
to a point where I'm depending too much on coffee.
Yeah,
I don't like.
absolutely. I did too. Oh, Bull of the Woods is in here. Hopefully,
Bull.
Bull of the Woods is happier now.
Yeah, he was like all pissed off or something today too.
Yeah, there's a lot of
Anger
YouTube
going
drama
on.
today. Yeah, I didn't really pay a whole lot of attention to it because half those people I don't know, but so I just don't look at that shit.
Yeah, I
But
don't.
it's kind of amusing at the same time.
Well, I know. You know, here's my little opinion about James and my bro Juan. First of all, me and Juan were both from New Mexico, kind of
Right.
like almost the same breed, if you will.
Yeah.
We know we're from the Southwest. Let me put it that way.
Right.
And you know, I love him and everything. I don't know James. I don't want to say
Yeah.
anything bad about him.
Right.
But I've noticed that some of the people, and some of you guys are gonna hate me, but I've noticed that when, and I'm not talking about anybody here, but when there's some people that get a lot of what do you call it, subscribers,
Yeah.
it's like all of a sudden you can't tell them anything because they always. It's
I
like
heard
all of a
that.
sudden
I
they're
heard
like a
that comment.
know-it-all. You know what I mean?
What
And
is
I'm
that?
like, that's not the kind. I don't get in. I'm just kind of new here.
Well, the way I look at that is I don't really care if you have 10 subscribers or you
Me
have
too.
20 or you have 1,500 or you have 2,000. They're a subscriber. They're still supporting you. You still have an opinion. You have an
Yeah.
opinion regardless because you're a person, right?
Yeah, yeah.
I don't like comments like that. You're small, blah, blah, blah.
I know. I don't like that. That's
So,
what, like, well, like, just because you got a lot of them, I think you're more important.
same
But
truth.
like I
Yeah.
said, I don't know James. I've seen him a couple of
Yeah.
times, but I just whip
No,
through it.
there's just, you know what? I enjoy the entertainment, but there is a lot of drama over,
A lot of trouble.
right? But I don't judge. Like people go there for that. And that's what they enjoy. It's funny. Sometimes feelings get hurt, but whatever. It is what it is, right?
I gotta tell you though, that's why I got into truck driving over the road, because
Right.
after we were teaming together, I tried going back to my regular job at the lumberyard.
Yeah.
Oh my God, there was so much drama there, and
Yeah.
these are grown men fighting. I
I
had
used
to
to
like,
work in an office, and the politics, along with the gossip and the bullshit, is why I quit.
that's why I
I
quit.
enjoyed the work a little bit, but I actually prefer being outdoors. So I quit the office when I was 30, and I did home daycare for 10 years. And then when I was 40, I quit that, and I started doing pet sitting and dog walking. And I like people, but I don't like them at the same time. You know what I mean? Like I don't want to work with them. I don't want to see them all the time. I don't have a tolerance for stupidity or
That's why our
ignorance.
marriage works.
And that's why our marriage works. Honestly, that is probably why
That's
we are
probably
still
why.
together.
Yeah.
We fought a lot when we were younger, over
Yeah.
the kids, over finances, over the exes. Now
Yeah, 'cause,
we're at
like,
a point where we're really enjoying each other, right? Because we were friends first, but then we became partners, and there was all this fighting.
Hi, Snorlord.
You know, so many things to fight about. So, hi, Snorlord. So yeah, it's
Yeah, sometimes it is too much
hard.
drama. Like
there is, yeah. And I'm not a fan of office politics, and it's why I hesitant. Like, I'm not. If I go back to any kind of office work, I want to do it at home, like a remote job. I don't want to go into an office because I
Well,
just can't handle that.
that's one reason why I got off Twitter also, because that's either red or blue.
Oh,
So,
Twitter? Twitter's
yeah,
very
I was-
toxic. Yeah, I fight on there all the time with people.
I had like 5,000 followers on Twitter, and
Yeah.
you know, but it's like enough politics, because you say something wrong, you get attacked, even by your own party. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So like,
That's chicken hawk.
okay, I'm done with that, and I got on
Yeah.
this, but this makes a video so I could be more creative.
I
not
would
just
say
my
in the last
newsletters.
2 years, I've been in Facebook jail so many times, but because my business is on there as well, I've had to behave. So now I don't engage in the fights. I just get really passionate about my beliefs sometimes, but at the same time, I'm like, you can't change other people's. So I just stopped fighting with them because it's only you getting
Thanks,
angry
Dar.
from a stranger on the internet, you know?
Thanks, trucker gal. I'm sorry. You are Dar. I wanted to say something to you, Dar.
Hmm.
Yes, I could do it with my computer. I need
Yeah.
you to smile. Look at the camera and
Why?
smile. There. Oh, wait. Okay. Do it again. I missed it. Because I'm going to make a
What are you
cartoon of you guys.
Oh, okay. That's so funny. Just a dildo. You're such a pervert, but I like it. My brother actually got banned from Twitter too. So, and it wasn't over anything. Somebody just kept reporting his comments. So then he got banned. So
I met some interesting people in Twitter though.
yeah, you do. There's some real interesting people. Interesting.
I remember Clint Eastwood because there was a lot of celebrities, like the first lady, she was following me. She had a
Yeah.
really nice newsletter. It was called Dodie's Page.
Right.
But like Clint Eastwood, he's like a dirty old man, but he's so funny. It's not like in a nasty way.
Yeah.
And he's so hilarious that you just gotta love him, you know, and I'll always love him and everything.
Yeah, the internet's an interesting place. You can meet some friends. You can also see a lot of assholes. You know, like not everyone's nice on the internet, and people people say things to other people that they wouldn't even dream of saying to their face. Like they just would never dream of it, right?
Yeah.
Well, and people are pretty hurtful on the internet. They can, they lash out with the meanest thing they can say, and I just disregard that though because it's not.
Yeah, get off my lawn.
Yeah.
That was a good movie. I can't remember all the names.
No, that's a hard one, Trucker Gal. I don't know.
Charles Bronson.
Charles Bronson.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Where's the link, Brian?
I like Clint Eastwood myself.
Why didn't you pin the link?
I don't know.
From you just go on the link and you pin it.
Gran Torino, that's what it is.
Oh, Gran Torino, yeah. Hold on, I'm going to pin it again, okay? And then you have to pin it.
Thanks, Bo of the Woods. It's cool how I can read the things now, yeah.
So Bo of the Woods, we were going to do a calendar, but I don't have enough pictures yet. But he sent a picture in, actually. Why isn't this working?
Us old guys are awesome. You're not old, Steve. You're not old.
Oh yeah.
It's like if you were to shave, you'd probably have a little boy face. That's all cute.
Oh, who, Brian?
No, I'm talking about Snorlord.
Snorlord, yeah.
He said old guys are.
I saw
awesome.
a video of Snorlord 5 years ago sitting in his truck, and he had no beard. I wasn't sure who I was looking at until I saw Snorlord's name on
Okay,
it.
guys, this is what I'm
Really?
talking about.
That
I
would
wear
be funny.
contacts, and they're sticking to my eyeballs now because Brian is vaping so much in here that my contacts are sticking to my eyes.
Hey, that's Hollywood, baby.
Here, Brian, you tart. He keeps putting me on timeout.
Hey, Curtis paid me to do it.
Oh, you put them on
bet.
timeout?
Curtis paid $15 or whatever to time you out. Sorry, Mark.
Oh, I didn't know.
know.
It was
Yeah,
there.
between you and Curtis, you tarts, you keep putting me in timeout. God.
It's like
Hey,
the
you know what? This isn't my show. Deal with her. Sorry.
Yeah. Stop throwing your dollies out of the pram. Just deal with it. Yeah.
Joke wars
You're
on
lucky. I love you, Mark.
And anybody looking at my comments, I'm just being playful with everybody. I'm just taking the mic and I'm just talking in our British lingo. So sorry, I see certain people are taking offense. I'm not being ignorant. I'm just playing with everybody.
Why can't we see you, Britt? Are you in the dark?
Oh, there I am. No, I've got my light on. Actually, hold on. Let me just turn another light on.
I can only see your neck.
I know.
I got my.
Let me turn another light on. Here we go. That should
Oh,
be
there
brighter.
you are. Oh, hello.
Evening.
What's in your
Nobody.
background? Do you have pictures over there? What is that? Is that a window?
No, that's my drawers with my business stuff in.
Oh, okay.
But
You had said it. You had said earlier that I switched. Yeah, I always switch these.
Oh,
Because
okay.
underneath are
Like, is that your bunk?
drawers.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it
Yeah.
was a bunk. but
Right.
it was like that, and I didn't like it, so I took that part off, and I got drawers in there and everything.
That's well organized.
I try to be. I
Yeah.
only got so much space to be organized.
I don't think I could live in a small space unless I was organized. That's so
I'm
funny.
just reading Six Emperor's Tyrannus' his comment. That's hilarious, actually. It
Look
is
at Chicken
absolutely
Hawk.
hilarious.
Look at this one. Chicken Hawk wrote about you.
Oh, really? Yeah, and yeah, Chicken Hawk was being girly earlier on, and I just said calm down. It's just he
No, Bulldog. I was actually. You want to know why I came on? Because I joked around to Brian. He was gonna go drive the kids. I'm like, I'm just gonna start your life. He's like, no, you won't. You just say that, but you won't actually do it. So I had to prove him wrong because we're always competitive.
Am I allowed back on?
No. Oh, hold up. Curtis is just joining right now. Now we're looking for $50 to get him kicked. $50 gets Curtis kicked. So, and that's Canadian.
I teach 21.
Get him out of
Yeah.
it.
Hey, Britt, again. Britt, again.
Here we go.
You're out here making more money than all of us. I don't see you throwing any up on the cast screen there.
Hey, here, mate.
Break up that American Express Platinum there, buddy. Don't be so cheap.
Yeah, right, bollocks, mate. I'm trying to help out in this situation. I'm just.
Curtis actually doesn't have to work tomorrow. That's kind of good.
That's because he's a lazy tart. Just go to work, Curtis. Do yourself a
I worked
favor,
45 hours last week.
Oh my
45.
God!
Oh wow! I worked
45.
45 hours by Tuesday.
Yeah.
I
Curtis is
know.
joining the real
Everyone,
world.
get the violins out. Yeah,
Yeah, I know.
He's done 45
For a
hours.
minimum
Bloody
wage
hell.
job.
Curtis, if you worked 45 hours, what did you do with the rest of your week? Jesus.
He
on
puts a
YouTube,
skirt.
yeah.
He puts a skirt on for the rest of his week. The bloody
Exactly.
I told him,
Exactly, TBT. Exactly.
you know what, guys? He works with a lot of old women, and I told him I know he's into that thing. So
I think Curtis is an old woman. We just got to deal with it,
Curtis is going to be hanging out. Sometimes he stays at work a little hours longer. I'm like, what's he doing over there?
Yeah.
Like he's getting it on in the bathrooms.
I tell you
Yes,
what, I bet when Curtis
TBT
gets
is
home, he
half a
starts
week.
his knitting. He starts his knitting or his crochet when he gets home.
Right? That's it. Make me a blanket for Christmas.
Yeah, Curtis, you bloody lightweight. Just deal with it, mate.
He really does TBT. Absolutely.
Robert,
The
get
more
in
wrinkles,
here.
the better.
Yeah.
What?
Robert, get in here.
Where's Robert?
Oh,
is he
bloody
here?
hell. Is he in here, you northern bastard? Are you going to get in this thing? No, don't do it, Robert, because I'm not in the mood for
You
this.
know what's funny, Trevor Bell? The first time I saw Curtis's tits, I was like,
Oh
those
my
are almost
gosh.
better than like a woman's boobs. Like, what the hell?
Oh, this This is a weird
I was a
conversation.
little
we're having here,
jealous. I was
chaps.
like, wow.
Yeah, that's a weird conversation we're having here, chaps. So,
It's true though.
holy crap! I can't even believe we're talking
Checking
about
out.
this stuff. God damn.
Oh, it's Robin.
Oh,
Kind of
Oh,
defensive though.
Robin, you're crazy. Yeah, here we go. We've got the crazy. Hold up. He's got 5 seconds. So, what you going to say, Robin?
Oh.
Because we're going to lose you. Say it.
Yeah,
Quick.
He's got Sandra outside holding up a coat hanger.
yeah, it's true.
Yeah, Sandra's
Robin,
holding
you
up a
look like
coat
you-
hanger.
Robin, you look like you stuck a finger in an electric socket, mate. Everything's sparked out. Your hair's
yeah,
like.
because
Dude.
you're like really electrified.
I
I don't know why, guys, but when I hear the Dirty Curdy Express, it just makes me cringe.
It's like
You
somebody's
enjoy it.
Robin's like rubbed his head on somebody. It's like all gone static.
Yeah, Robin,
Gorgeous.
can you just shave your head for us? I want to see what it looked like.
Okay, if we get that fucking
And the
kitchen, I'll
facial
shave
hair.
my fucking head.
And your
And the
balls.
facial hair.
Okay. Hold on, Robin.
Do the
Slowing
full
down. Here we go.
manscape.
Manscape.
Get electrocuted.
I'll shave my junk first before I shave my fucking head.
No, we
Okay,
can't see that though. Then
Yeah.
again, maybe we have.
No,
It's
yeah,
already
we don't
been
want to
on
see that.
YouTube.
Yeah, don't show it on here though.
Yeah.
Yeah. How's it going, Dar? It's weird to see you on here. This is
I
unusual.
know.
I know it's very unusual, huh?
So
She
you
looks-
guys always
it's
play
like-
with their beards. Like why? Like you guys are always stroking your beard.
It's like a pleasant surprise.
Yeah,
you
it's
know?
just
Yes.
it's a stress relief. It's a stress relief.
Oh,
Good grief, man.
I just I don't know.
Will
I guess
Burner,
I think my neck
take your
was
finger
the
out the
one.
socket. Will Burner, I did that joke. Just we're past that joke. I did that joke first. So
Oh, Bert's cleaning the joke.
I
Brett
know
always,
but the
Brett
Canadians.
always
Yeah,
has
the
to be
Canadians.
first.
It's
Oh,
soft
bollocks.
and cuddly.
Yeah, the Canadians are trying to get in front of the British. No.
Oh my
not a
god, who
chance,
has
mate.
dick splinters? Seriously.
No, remember Curtis had dick splinters from banging that little from that banging
Oh,
that wood thing.
Hey,
with the tree.
steady,
Right.
steady.
Oh right, I forgot about that. Did you guys like that picture? I know uncomfortable. You didn't think that looked like Brian, but Edgewood said the mouth totally didn't have to agree with her.
Wait. I missed out. What did you say? What
Yeah,
was
Remember that-
no,
that-
I don't
Why
know.
is it
We can hear
echoing?
this,
Somebody's
actually.
echoing.
One of them is.
One of you guys is echoing. Because I can hear myself.
is it me?
Oh, now it's fine.
Brian.
Remember that man that I posted that looks like Brian?
Oh yeah,
No.
yeah.
Yeah.
No, Dar. Sorry, Dar.
Yeah, is
No.
it the mouth? The little
no.
tiny round?
I went to town with that one.
That was so funny. I loved your comments. I was laughing.
I was thinking Brian's gonna really hate me after that. I was thinking,
Oh, okay, that's true, oh, sir. I guess that's true. And Snorlord says, stroking beards is a sign of dominance. I don't know. I feel like you're almost uncomfortable if you're constantly pulling on that thing.
Hey, somebody must have paid the right money because Curtis has been booted. Stuff it, yeah.
What? Oh my God.
Did somebody
Hey,
pay Curtis to be kicked?
Banging the birdhouse again.
You got his very own birdhouse. It's a very small hole.
Birdhouse is all out on the back of the property. If I catch Curtis out there banging any one of them,
What does that mean, chaps? Yeah,
that's awesome.
yeah, what does that mean in Queen's English? I don't know what you're talking about. That's
Get
cool.
yourself a dictionary, Brett.
Yeah, now you're being facetious. What does that mean in Queen's English, actually? What does-
It's the King's English, buddy. Where are you living?
I'm still here in on this rock of 50 countries on one rock. So I'm just
Guys,
dealing
that's
with it.
not cool. I'm not showing that comment there. Somebody time that person out.
who's this?
The comment that says they're Lorraine best and they're not.
I don't know.
Why
I
do
can't see
people
the
do that?
comments.
You know,
Because
I don't
people
know.
get girly.
we're
they
just
get
having
stupid.
fun.
All
I
of the
know.
kids here, Bulldog, are his age, and no, they will never end up with him. One doesn't even live here. Has only met him once. The other one wouldn't. Well, it's just not allowed. And then Brianna's boyfriend lives here with her.
Yeah.
So they all hung out last night, actually.
Bulldog,
Yeah.
Curtis will never end up with one of my daughters. That's just not happening, Bulldog.
Yeah, we don't
Curtis,
need, we
those
don't need that
birdhouses-
conversation. You're gonna find
What
your.
does this one say?
Thanks,
Oh,
Trucker
that's
Gal.
a British guy. Hold up, Banana Puss is a British bloke, so he's good to go.
Oh,
Banana
really?
Puss is on here.
Oh my God! Here we go. Here we go. Say what you got to say, Robin. You got 10 seconds. Do it. Just go.
No, I'm okay.
Go for it.
No,
'cause
I'm okay.
we're gonna
Robin, I
live-
just
we're
I'll
can't
be
gonna
get
here
live
for a
past
bit.
your hair, man.
Hold on.
I'm good.
I do. I made millions out of it. I've not had a beard since. Okay. Banana
I was
Puss is
gonna,
he's
I
a
was
British
gonna
guy.
ask you, Dar, because I know you said you're on a diet and stuff.
Yeah.
How is that working out for you? When did you
Good.
start?
Last Sunday.
Okay.
Yeah, it is hard living in this house because they're really big snackers. So
Put the
I don't know what
Toblerone
she's talking
down.
about.
I have to ignore it, like when they're all eating and drinking.
I know.
Right?
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
yeah. Today I didn't eat as much today, but I wasn't hungry.
It's funny because right before I got on, I would have got on sooner, but I was finished eating. I was eating a salad.
Yeah.
And I hadn't eaten a salad in a long, long time.
Yeah.
And I got to start preparing for summer again, you know. So I'm trying to get ahead of myself this year.
And you shoot from the same part.
And you know what? I just feel better with healthy food. Like I found that halfway through my dog
Healthy
walking,
food
I
is
was feeling shitty. So
Can I just say to young Havana, she's asking if me and Stuart are from the same part of town. No, I'm from London. I was from Wimbledon, London, and Stuart is the overspill. So I speak proper English. Well, unfortunately, Stuart doesn't.
oh frig. Sorry, Britt, man. I gotta kick you.
Oh, you God! I tell you.
Oh shit!
People,
Did you really just do that?
What? You have
really
to. If
just
someone
did that?
pays you, if someone pays you, you have to kick them. I did boot him.
Oh my god!
I love Brit though. I feel bad.
Oh,
Oh, Shannon. Like, hold on. My keto meal tonight: 4 pieces of bacon, chicken breast, poached egg. Yeah, Shannon, that's really good. That's really good. I actually didn't have dinner tonight. I had bone broth for dinner. So, yeah, that's so funny. So how does this work, guys? How long do you got to kick the poor man for? Till it runs out? Till that like thing goes across? I don't know.
Oh, don't kick him off too long.
Yeah,
well,
he's a nice guy.
Booted because Fate Trucking paid $20 to get him booted. That's how it works, unfortunately.
Oh, is that what it was?
Yeah. So if somebody makes a comment asking for someone to be booted or whatever, you have to honor it.
Really? Wow.
Because they're paying you.
Oh,
right? Oh my God, that's great. Thanks, Fate Trucking. 20 minutes, Trucker Girl? Is that how it works? Hey, Brett, I'll keep you there for 20 minutes. I'll be gone at that point because I have to leave in 10.
Brian's going to be in for it then.
He's in the corner.
Yeah, I'll be gone, but I'll be in the comments because I just have to let a dog out and I stand on their porch and I throw the ball and it's this beautiful shepherd. But yeah, fasting is very effective. Snorlord, I try to do a different kind of fast, like basically not eat after dinner and then eat a later breakfast, but I do dog walking. And I found in the past that if I fast the way, say, Shannon does by eating once a day, I get too shaky. It doesn't work for me.
Yeah, being
that's what happens to me.
Right? So I'm burning calories and there's nothing.
Being that I drive, I can't fast because then I'll get lightheaded and dizzy.
Yeah.
And so, like you said, I walk my little Abigail more often.
Yeah. It's not always good for people, like, if you have blood sugar level issues and things like that. Like, it doesn't always, I don't think it's always the best for those
diabetes.
Yeah.
But you made some cookies?
I did. I made chocolate chip, and I don't know why I didn't make it sooner because they don't take long, but they're, oh my God. Thanks, Paid Trucking. Yeah, I made them, and they're sugar-free. So it's almond flour, it's butter, salt, baking soda. I'm trying to think what else is in there. Sugar-free chocolate chip.
Almond flour?
Yeah.
No shit, eh?
Almond flour is actually low carb, and it's really good to sorry guys, I'm just looking at the comments at the same time.
I eat a lot of almonds.
Yeah, it's good. I make a lot of stuff with it. You can make like a crust. You can make your own crackers with it.
One thing that I've done, so that you can catch up on the comments, is I've given up like for a year, right? One time I gave up donuts and cake. I only had one donut and one piece of cake for that whole year. So when I had a donut,
Oh my
I
god!
had a donut with someone that I really appreciated. That was a really good friend, like
Things
my
just
niece,
go.
right? And
Yeah.
we just like enjoyed because she had a weight problem too, and
Right.
so I told her, let's go get a donut, and she
Yeah.
was in with me too. She says, all right, this is the only one we're getting for the year, and we just had a good little coffee and donut morning that time.
Yeah.
And
Oh, fuck, you're
it
sweet
just
enough.
it strengthens your willpower is what it does.
Yeah.
Because I would think of like a donut or a cake or something,
Yeah.
and I would just walk by. I wouldn't even think about it.
Right.
And I tried doing that with pizza, but I can't do it with pizza. I love pizza.
So I make a keto pizza as well, but it's basically with mozzarella and almond flour, and then you put your own sauce on it and your own toppings, and then you just cook it in the oven. And sometimes I'll make it, and Brian will take it on the road with him. So yeah, he needs some more low carb stuff. Yeah, it is uncomfortable, wife. It is expensive, but I get it at Costco, and I don't use it a ton, so it lasts me, a little bit.
There's
What
a place.
what does it come in? Like, what kind of pound bags does it come in?
I don't know. It's like a huge one though. It's like, well, you can't see my hands, but it's like this.
There's a place in
okay.
Montana. It's called Wheatland. It's
Yeah.
right off of I-94, I think. And I stopped there, and you got place to park your truck and everything.
Okay.
And they have, it's like a little bakery.
Yeah.
Oh, you could buy all kinds of flour there, all kinds of pastries and deli and stuff,
Oh,
meats
thanks,
and stuff.
Allison.
It's
Yeah.
really, really cool.
Gotta love it. That's like here we have a bakery like for keto stuff though, or people who have diabetes, that kind of thing. And it tastes really good because I was always like, okay, it's gonna be gross, right? And it wasn't. It's really good. Sorry, I'm trying to see who's.
A minute, Britt, I'm raising money, but feel like a tart.
If you did live streams in the truck while Brian drives, you could recoup the money you lose from not having business. Let me just put it this way: when it's made already, it's more than I make in a week. So that's pretty good.
You guys are going on vacation next week?
No. End of February, we're gonna
You going to Mexico?
message us. No, we're not going to Mexico. We're gonna go to Florida. Trucker Gal, can you actually email us, please? We're putting a project together. And we wanted you involved in that. If you can send us an email message at wheelburnerexpress@gmail.com. Is it okay to let Britt back in now? I don't know these rules, guys.
He's trying to raise money.
Oh, maybe he should pay to get back in. I don't know how that works.
I don't know how that works either.
I want a fast food restaurant that does keto buns and bread and stuff so you can actually have a hamburger. So, Jackknife, I've had some keto buns for hamburgers, and I don't like bread in general anyway, so I just have a lettuce wrap bun. Or you can make a chaffle. I don't know if anyone's heard of a chaffle. It's like a waffle, but it's made with almond flour, egg, and cheese.
I wish I can cook in here.
Yeah. Well, you could, couldn't you?
Yeah, but when I make hamburgers and stuff, it smokes up the place. And my truck ends up smelling like hamburgers for the next 2 or 3 days.
Am I back in?
Yeah,
Fake.
that's true too.
Okay,
Brett, now you're back in. Oh
Fake,
my god.
Slut. Fake.
Diaco
boy. You tart. Hold on. Let me get my phone. Fake.
Oh, there you are.
Fake. Yeah, here I'm back. I dropped me bloody phone. Fake, you're a slut. I don't care what you got. You're a slut.
That was funny though,
you kicked me. Here, but here's the next thing. If somebody wants to throw out $75 to kick me out, bring it on. England. Stuff it.
Allison, you like her blanket. That's awesome. I'll send you some recipes.
Yeah. Allison, what I think sneeze. Why are you laughing your ass off, sir? Anyway, so I open the windows.
I
and
open the
cook-
windows when I cook in the truck. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't do that.
Yeah.
That's good.
Easy
Don't
pizza
do it.
crust, mozzarella and eggs. Yeah, I do that, except it has almond
Untouchable
butter.
wife. Untouchable wife is in the house. Hello, young lady.
Uncomfortable wife.
I know.
Untouchable
I'm
too.
trying to be like,
Untouchable.
I'm trying to be
Yeah.
professional about this stuff.
Thanks. I'm glad you like my blanket.
My daughter is messaging me, and I have no idea why.
Easy pizza crust. And where's it? Mozzarella.
Probably because I turned on the oven for her.
Oh,
and
here
never
we
put her
go.
in the
Come on with it. You slut. Come on with it. It's got too much money. If Command's going to do it, he's got to throw out $100 if he's going to kick this.
No,
Twitch
he's
guy out.
already given 500. That's
It
insane.
doesn't matter. If he wants to be this like $100 tart, do
Oh
it.
my god.
So just do it. Bring it on. England. So,
You guys are crazy.
next question anyway. What's the next question? Did I hear somebody say boot in the background? Was that
Oh, who's falling in love with Curtis?
nobody?
Who's
Curtis
bulldog
is a
talking
tart.
about? Yeah, it's definitely not me.
Nobody.
I
Curtis is a
still
bloke
watch
with
that
boobs.
video of him
that's
mowing
so
grass. That was awesome.
Brian, why are you watching?
He was
that?
naked.
And
Oh
everybody.
my God.
And why is it?
Well,
I
he was
know.
damn near naked.
Who was naked? What?
I know. 500 limit on YouTube. Oh, so yeah, come on with it. You're screwed, mate. You can't kick me out anyway. So.
Brit is a
Yes,
fine salesman.
I
Yeah.
bloody well am. Brian, I appreciate you, youngster.
Okay,
I've always
oh my
loved
God,
your.
Curtis.
Brian,
I've
Brian,
always loved your accent, Britt. You have a beautiful
I d-
accent.
Dodie, I think I sound exactly the same as you guys. So I don't.
What do you think of the Irish accent? Does anyone like the Irish accent?
Oh, fuck,
bloody
my
hell, don't
nana
even
was
speak to me
fucking
about the
Irish.
bloody Irish.
I will
now,
just
yeah.
tell you, we had
Bloody
No,
my contractor was Irish.
Irish. We don't
Why?
talk about the bloody Irish. No, because we don't get on with the Irish. The
You
British.
know what they
so-
say about Irishmen, eh, Bert?
No, I don't, because I
They
don't
say they have
speak to
big.
Oh, for Pete's sake, young lady, no. I don't speak to the Irish.
I've not asked
anyway.
any to show me to prove it, but
No, this just Curtis coach.
we don't need to see yours either.
Curtis is being a tosser.
Oh my
Curtis,
God.
go to bed. You youngster, go to bed. It's 8 o'clock.
Oh, Curtis, you're gonna get in trouble with somebody here.
No,
I do
hot
too,
seat.
hot seat. I love the Irish accent as well.
No, there's two different types of Irish accent. There's Northern Ireland and Southern Ireland.
Well, isn't there one that's really
true.
thick?
That's
Or
true.
am I thinking
yeah.
of the Scottish? Because then there's the Scottish accent as well.
You know, you've been listening too much to bloody, what's that bloody Aussie that does
TV.
that? No, what's that? Mel Gibson.
Braveheart.
Everybody get over Mel Gibson. He's a tosser. You don't know what he's talking about. So
Oh my
the
God.
Scottish, if you talk to hardcore Scottish guys, that's even for us British, that's hard to follow.
See, even Hot Seat thinks they have big shamrocks, eh?
You got big shamrocks.
Hot seat, you've been young lady, you've been a sellout. Stick to Queen's English, you know. Oh my God, even trucker girls doing it. What is it with
He
you?
likes a
lot?
good shamrock, okay? Like a shamrock shake.
Yeah. Hold on. Where's Bob?
Yeah, where is Mike? Mike was supposed to come on. He like said hello in the very beginning. I haven't seen
Okay.
him.
Yeah, Mike, get
And
your ass here,
disappeared.
mate, because everybody's waiting for you.
Yeah, I think so. Robin, what are
Okay.
you wearing under that t-shirt? Another shirt?
Yeah.
So
It's
an
cold in the
Italian
mudroom.
Scottish. I wonder what that sounds like. Lady Boomer, you should come on here and let us hear you.
Yeah, that
Yeah,
sounds
get some.
weird.
Yeah,
Actually.
let's get a variety in here.
Yeah,
All
but
four
just
corners
realised-
of the world.
No, just realised that England is the big proper quarter of the world. The rest of the world, they follow the British. So, just
I've
I'm
got
just
an
helping it.
Italian salami and an Irish drinking problem.
hold up. I got an Italian salami.
I think I have the same problem.
Bulldog, get on the pub with me, mate. We can sort that out. So,
Yeah,
Will
Will
Burner
Burner actually has
ready
to
to
come,
come
on
back.
because, I gotta
No.
leave in 2 minutes.
no, Will Burner right? No, Will Burner's been kicked out. So,
Yeah.
Tolga, Tolga is from Turkey, mate. Someday you need to actually
Ready to
jump
come
in
in?
on one of these lives.
Oh my God, poor Madison.
Hold on, look, Brian's feeling like Look, it's like nobody's taking any notice.
I've been in the kitchen eating all her keto cookies.
No, I
Yeah.
hope not.
I just picked out on about a
Oh
dozen
my
of
god,
them.
I'm gonna have to make more. Can you just tell Madison to go put her nuggets in?
Yeah,
please?
get out,
Yeah.
Brian.
We're out of
Nobody's
them.
taking any notice. You get out. So just get
Yeah,
out.
you knock on her door.
We got this sorted.
From Boston.
You can tell.
I don't know
Brian's
what that
showing his
means. What
dollies
the
about.
hell does that say?
Lady
got
Boomer
English.
from Boston. Hi, Lady Boomer.
I got
Oh,
English.
Chicken Hawk, you're gonna be happy about this. I think is it T21 that Chicken Hawk loves?
Oh shit.
Oh no, it was Bill
Oh
Freeman.
shit.
Oh,
Fuck.
what? Hi, Dom.
Hi, how are you?
About that.
I'm doing good. How about yourself?
Soccer girl, what is that all about? Hold up.
Hey,
Come on,
Wilbur.
Go, no.
Hey,
go
what's
to
going on,
the-
21? How are you doing, brother?
Good. How about you?
Well, I'm okay. If I have,
Yeah, Brian, get it. Brian, get out.
I kept wondering what this taste is in my
Got this
mouth. And
sorted.
it's his vape.
Yeah.
Brian,
You guys got a
man,
back
get
storm
out.
last night?
Ugh.
Eh.
No, nothing.
Mike got out of power 10 times on and off last night. When Hannah still last night, Mike says he ran out of power too many times.
Dude,
You
we
got a
haven't
big
seen,
storm
we,
now.
haven't, we have not seen a single snowflake yet.
No, nothing.
Nothing. We've had rain, but no snow, and I don't think we've been down below freezing yet.
Yeah. We're gonna snow late tonight, 2 in the morning, and Monday we get a snow like
Yeah, but you know why you guys are getting
58%.
snow? You know
1
why
inch.
you guys are getting snow? It's because you fucking well deserve it.
Monday, yeah. Ugh.
Well,
Fucking snowing
guys,
right now.
I have to actually go for a bit because I have to.
Dar has to go to work.
But I'll be back. I'm only gone for half an hour.
See you later, Dar.
No, you don't take the chair with you.
Uh-oh. Brian's taking
Oh.
over.
Jeez.
Uh-oh.
Going
Now,
downhill
Peace
now.
let me
out,
tell
Dar.
you, that is a tough act to follow, man.
It is.
How do I compete with that?
Well, you're not
I
as
thought that-
pretty, I'll tell you that.
Brian, I
Thank you,
thought
Dottie.
that
Thank you, Dottie.
I thought that
I'm
was
telling you.
I've been
What do you think?
I've
She
been
did
watching.
okay, eh?
I've been watching your wife on live. Like, she's doing a pretty good job. She's
I
doing
think she did
good.
pretty good, man. That's her first time doing it. She did, in just my opinion, I think she did okay. And it's believe me,
I
it's
know,
not
right?
like I need. It's not like I need to kiss her ass, right? I don't need to kiss her ass.
Hey, just wait, Brian. Just wait. You might need to kiss her ass later.
I might have to kiss her ass. Yeah.
Sterling Dar just left, so you missed her on the.
She's going to be
She
the
was hosting.
No, she'll
the
be
show.
back.
show.
She'll be back. She just has to run about 15 minutes up the road. She's doing a special thing tonight for somebody. She's just doing a pet visit, so she's not going to be gone long. She's just going to run up there. She'll be back.
But
Okay,
she
so-
is
so Bri-
gorgeous.
Brian-
You got to check
Brian's
her
the
out,
current-
Sterling.
Yeah, Brian's the current stand-in at the moment. Hurry up, Dar. Brian's like,
Fuck
Brian's
off,
trying
Brett. I'm telling you, man.
son of a
I
gun.
saw as soon as Britt came on, the first comment out of his mouth is, "Yeah, Brian, you married up all right," or something like that. I'm married out of my league,
That's
or
what we do. We take the piss. That's what we do.
jeez, I'm telling you.
Damn.
Thank you, Sterling. Sterling says I'm not a bad looking dude. Sterling, not bad. Back at you, buddy. You're a pretty good looking dude yourself.
Yeah,
For a guy, yourself.
Sterling's been a crawler. Sterling, get over yourself, mate.
No. Sterling is the shit these days. I have more fun watching Sterling than just about anybody.
Yeah, he's pretty entertaining.
Oh.
Yeah. Oh,
So
God, yeah.
everybody, anybody listening, if you want to send any future like teddy bears and dollies, send them to Brian in Canada so he can get over himself. And he can throw them around the room.
Oh.
Oh, I'm just taking a piss, mate.
You know what? I'm almost tempted to pay another $20 to kick Britt.
Do it. No, to kick me at the moment is $50.
No,
Take
it's
the British
20.
out of the conversation. $50.
Let's see here. Hold on. It's
Hold up. 50. It's $50. I don't care. No, any more longer, it's going to go up to $100. You tart. It's going to be $100. Just do it. Dang. In for a penny, in for a pound, as they say.
Yeah, no shit.
If it's a penny for a pound, that's going to be like about a good $3,000.
No, because America's dollar is there's some big corruption with the stock market at the moment, and I'm not going to say it. I'm not going to say it. America's the place to be, but you're
Brett.
American. What?
Bye, Brett.
Oh,
Uh-oh.
you tosser!
See ya.
Oh shit! For real?
Oh.
Your keys
That's
are on the
awesome.
table.
That's fucking awesome.
Man, that's 70 bucks.
You see, I think look at him in the background there. I can see him in the back there. Oh, he's not. Oh, I think he just left. I think he just. I think Mark's mad. Come on back, Mark. I'll let you back in for $24.95.
You're funny. You're so funny.
You gotta buy your way back in.
Well, what do I
Oh,
care?
shit.
I just paid $70 to kick him. It's my money. It's coming back. Well, actually, no. 'Cause YouTube keeps 30%.
Yeah. Yeah, it's true.
Oh, shit.
That's crazy how that
Oh,
works.
wow.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah. Dar's over there going, "You fucking stop that! Haven't you got somewhere to go? Go to work." She's over there chewing me a new ass.
Yeah.
The Brits
Yeah,
will
Oh,
be
you
back.
just
as
did.
We
just
always
did.
do.
And dude, I hate to tell you, but I can't kick Mark out for $2. Sorry. I can't kick him out.
I'm just being good.
All right, hold on. Let me catch some of these comments here. Hold on.
Yeah.
Karen, actually. Hey, Brian, I got a comment for you. Sorry, Karen. Knock yourself out. What's your comment? Support the Brits. You guys are tarts.
You guys are tarts.
The Brits are tarts. Watch out, Jackknife. Brits watching you. Clips just paid $7 to get you back in, Mark. If Brit, you want to come back in, I'll let you back in. But no swearing. You got to clean it up, man. You've been pretty mouthy and saucy there, buddy. Like, I don't know. You Englishmen and your foul language.
I never swear at people like that. Never. I ever swear like that. Talk to people like that. Believe me. I'm telling you.
Oh, I don't swear at you unless
I know you don't.
Unless you've really pushed me over the edge. Right? If
You know-
you push me or if I'm having a good rant.
You know I never push you. You know that, don't you?
No, I'm not saying you. But I'm saying
Bang.
I won't
Yeah.
swear. When I'm talking to you guys and we're here, do I use profanity? Unfortunately, sometimes yeah, I do. But do I swear at you and call you this and that? No, I do not.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Can I say something?
No, not yet.
No.
You hold on, man. I paid $70 to kick you off. I still got $40 worth of time left. Hold
It's
on.
your channel, you tosser. But anyway, carry on. Holy crap. Anyway, go on.
Go ahead, Mark. Say your piece.
No, I'm just saying, Rule Britannia and everything else, plus, God, we Brits are so cool.
Oh, for Christ's sake, spit it out, man. I could have swam across the English Channel fast for you to get that out.
I tell you what, if you ain't got a Brit in your life, you ain't got a life. Deal with it. That's what I'm saying.
Notice how guys are the mouthiest when they're like 3,000 miles away?
Oh, but I'm not. I mean, bloody. Oh, stuff me. Where am I?
Where are you?
I'm in Illinois. I'm in Labs in Illinois. Yeah, living the dream. One interstate at a time.
Depending where in Illinois you are, you're probably about 700 miles from me. Where are you, Brett?
Hold on, let me just check on my bloody GPS. God damn.
Well,
hold up.
Dude, if you don't know where you are, you need more than a GPS.
Brian, I'm an old fart. Just deal with it. Wait up.
I'm an old fart too, but I know where I am.
No, I'm older than you, you old bastard. Hold up.
Sometimes I wonder where the fuck I am.
Oh, stop it. Get over it. Hold up. I'm in.
Where you at? What, you're in New York, you said?
No, I'm not in New York. New York's that's where
Oh my goodness.
Go. I'm sorry, Dodie, but that's where women go. Is New York.
Brett's in Illinois somewhere.
No, yeah, hold on. I'm just checking on my bloody GPS. Where
He's
the bloody
probably
hell
in
am I?
freaking Chicago.
No, I'm not. I'm in. I can't tell you because it's on my bloody phone. No, I don't know how to get it. I
Did
mean,
you see that big wreck on the 401 the other day, Brian?
where's the
Did you happen?
where's the
It was like
401?
14
Who
car
gives a
pile up
toss?
on
Where's
the
the
Wow.
401.
Yeah, that's a bunch of blind people driving. I don't know what that's all about. So just
Well, like
I
The
don't know that.
401 is only the
Well, are
second.
you in southern?
every year.
I'm on
It
57.
snows every year.
Hold up. No,
So it's
I'm
like
on
riding a
57.
fucking bicycle.
Robin,
Right.
can I just jump in here a second? Robin. Shh.
Yeah, go ahead.
All right.
Yeah.
I'm on 57 South at a Love's on bloody exit 220. That I do know. In
57
Illinois.
South, exit 220.
Yeah, I'm the black truck with the big British Union Jack on there, just to let everybody know I'm British. So
British.
yeah. So if you
He's
see
the
me-
guy with the big British Union Jack off in the back of the truck. I mean,
Oh,
the Jack,
no,
Union
it's not the
Jack on top of the truck.
Hold up. No, it's not the Jack off.
Note
It's
to
the
all
Union
lot
Jack.
lizards, go check this truck out. Lot lizards.
Yeah, exactly.
Hey, if you're
Yeah.
watching,
And
go
I tell you
check
what,
it out.
I've had a couple of lot
Hi,
lizards knocked on
hi,
my door and
Sandra.
I've said, and I've just showed them the wedding ring. I'm not interested, so bugger off. That's my story. Yeah, come to America. You can live in interstate. You can live the
Karen
dream.
wants to
One
know.
interstate
Karen
at a
wants
time.
to know what is this? What is a suspension converter switch used for on trailers heading into the states?
Karen,
A
really? You're
suspension
going to ask that
converter?
question? Nobody knows that question, Karen. Next.
I've never heard of a suspension
I
converter.
know. Yeah, Karen, just deal
Suspension
with it.
what?
You don't know what. Karen's
Dottie, what's a
weird.
suspension converter?
I think that's for like speed bumps.
No, that's called preparation H.
Yeah, Karen, you're talking to Karen. Let me just point this out. You're talking to a Canadian top left. You're talking to a British guy bottom left. You're talking
What is
to
a
a young lady in the middle.
suspension converter?
See, none of us know what you're talking about. You're talking double Dutch there. So the next.
I don't have a
question.
clue, Karen. I don't know. There's a suspension converter. I know that we've got blow valves, like we can release the air, dump valves, shit like that. But I don't know what a fucking. I don't know what a suspension
I know.
converter is.
Yeah, Karen, you're being weird. Next question. What's the next question?
Oh, look at Brett. He's just on a roll tonight. Hey, Brett,
No,
come on up. You can sit in this chair here and take the show, dude.
No, Dars got it sorted. Actually, Dars kicked your ass.
She smoked me tonight, dude.
I
Yeah.
know. So you just got to deal with it.
Yeah. Where's Dar?
I
Is she back yet?
Brian, I thought
She
Brian.
just went out the door. I just watched her car go up the street here. No, give her
Brian.
15 minutes. Sorry, guys. You got to put up with me for 15
Bye, Brian.
minutes, all right?
Hold up, Bulldog. A hooker is a dirty whore. A truck stop hooker is a whole.
The Union Jack flag
here we
is the
go.
only.
Robert, get in here, you slut. Get in here, Robert, you tart, you northern bastard. Just get in here.
See, look at that. Robert's teaching us history again, eh? It's only the Union flag is only a jack when it's on a ship. But you didn't know that, Britt, did you?
Yeah, I did actually.
No,
because
you didn't.
Robert-
Fuck, you did.
Robert,
No, you didn't.
Hold up, Robert.
No,
Robert,
you didn't know that.
No, Brian, stop. Hold on, you're talking to the British, Brian. So let's just stop right there. Robert, you need to jump in here, mate, because I tell you what, I did not realise how much the British flag is so influential here. But being in the state of Georgia, and how much Georgia did not want to let even the British flag go, even with its all that sort of independence and crap like that. Robert, get your arse in here, mate, you tosser. Anyway.
Are you talking about the Confederate flag, Britt?
Can we say that? Well, yeah, but
No,
they just...
no.
Okay. I don't know if I can say that stuff. I don't know.
Oh, who left? We lost Robin.
He
Robin,
probably
we're
lost
back
his
in
signal.
5 seconds. Hold on,
Yep.
Robin. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Robin's just entered the building. Anyway, no, Jolly Roger. That's the skull and crossbones. Anyway.
Yeah,
the-
I know
Yeah.
that.
No, the slick. How do you pronounce that? Conversion kit is a way to jackknife your beard.
Conversion kit is a way for you to reinvert, or invent your truck
Jackknife.
or trailer.
Jackknife TV eats a dictionary every night, so he's more intelligent than most of us. So Jackknife, get your ass there as well. So
He even looks smart too.
I know. Actually, when he actually talks, you feel intimidated when he actually gets.
It's
into
because I
stuff.
think he
I'm
trims his
actually
beard.
I'm actually trying to come up with an answer because I don't know. I'd like to know.
Brian, because you're as crazy as me and Dodie and
You know,
anyone and
it's one of those things, Britt, that I'm going to be driving around all day tomorrow. Everybody that phones me, I'll be going, hey, anybody know what a conversion kit is?
I know.
It's,
I know.
it's going to sit in here till I find out.
I know,
Yeah.
but Jackknife will do like a live, and he'll spill off his stuff, and you think, what the heck did he just say? Hold up a minute.
Yeah.
And then you start talking to each other and thinking, oh no, I want to look like a tough guy, and I know what he's talking about. So, but Jackknife TV, everybody, if you're in there, watch Jackknife TV. He's a good kiddie. He's
Yeah, I like him.
He's a good kiddie, you know. Robert, Georgia named after St. George. Robert, get the fuck in here, mate, you docile northern bastard. I'm just saying. Robert's trying to be polite. Wait until Robert gets near and nobody will understand what anybody's talking about.
Oh, okay. You know what? Jackknife TV. My apologies, man.
Yeah.
I did not know. I did
You
not
didn't know
even
it was
know you
Jackknife?
had a channel.
Jackknife TV is a good kid. He's a flatbedder going through.
No, you know what, Mark? I'm going through his channel right now. I did not realize. Jackknife, my apologies, man. You've been, I've seen you in my stream here. I've seen you on our lives before, and I never thought to look you up. And usually, you know, you guys either, if you subscribe to my channel, I like to subscribe back and I check out your stuff. There you go, brother. I just subscribed to you. My apologies. I never knew.
Jackknife.
I vet everybody that's on this channel. I vet everybody.
No, I mean Jackknife is one of those guys he's a flatbedder. He's converted into something else at the moment. It's not for me to say. You need to watch his channel.
Well, if he's a flatbedder, then
post.
He's a flatbedder. He's a real trucker, not like one of them fucking tanker yankers.
Oh, you tosser! God damn! But no, but Jackknife was one of those guys that's got his finger on the pulse. I don't need to watch Jackknife, but I watch him because I'm interested in what's going on with this economy. I'm in a cocoon, like dealing with contract tanker. I don't see the hardship of what goes on, but he is one of those parts of that hardship that I am interested in. I want to know what's going on with this economy that I operate in. And Jackknife is a guy that keeps it real, you know?
Yeah, I'm
Hey Britt, can you do an actual like English accent?
I am a fucking English bastard. I don't know what you want me to tell you about. So I don't know what you want me to say. Damn it, you sod. I don't know what you want me to talk to you about. So you sod. Anyway.
Oh,
hold on.
Now we got royalty.
How
you doing, brother?
I know I wasn't invited to the party, but you guys need to stop picking on poor old Britt, man. He's good.
Stop it. Yeah, keep up with it, Steve.
Steve, I love Mark. I love Mark more than he's one of those guys that since the day I came on YouTube, I've been listening to Britt and picking up that. I've said it lots of times. I pick up little nuggets of really good information from certain guys around YouTube, and Mark is one of them.
But
I love Mark.
You,
he has a heart of gold. I love Britt.
What I've learned from Britt is that
have you talked to 18 Wheeler there?
Tankers are the only one making money right now.
Yeah, no kidding.
I bloody have to. I have to.
Britt is absolutely killing it. He's probably one of the only guys that's figured out the market to the point where he's got himself booked out, 7 to 8 days ahead.
Here, I'll show you something that Britt will appreciate. Let me find this. This is what I got hanging up in my bedroom, Britt. You're gonna dig this, and Wilburner, you will too.
Be careful. This is a PG show, eh?
No, that's AC.
Oh, love it.
That's AC.
Love it. You got that hanging in your bedroom?
Yeah, I went to a record show, like some kind of record swap meet about 10 years ago, and they had that for sale. I think it's a bootleg, but man, it's like huge. So I'm like, that's where it goes.
Hi, Chris.
I would love to have that. I would love to have
British
that.
flag and everything.
I am limited for space. I've only got one little room in this house because there's just so many people. It's a 5-bedroom house and it's a bungalow, so everything's on one floor. And I've got one little man cave that's about the size of a phone booth. So I've only got limited space as to something like that I'd have to put on the ceiling in the bedroom ceiling above the bed or something. Not that I'd mind, but I don't think Dara would like it that much.
Well, I also got the banner, the Iron Maiden banner in my truck hanging from the second bunk. So I've got 2 of them.
What is that? Like from Megadeth or something?
No, Iron Maiden.
Oh, that was Iron Maiden.
Yeah.
That's Iron Maiden, baby.
Yeah, the one in my truck is Book of Souls.
Look at this one. This is an old one. This shirt is over 20 years old.
Jesus.
Wow.
Nice.
That's an original. It's one
Glad
of
they
those
like you.
It's got holes and it's worn out and it's coming apart at the seams up here. It's one of those I just refuse to throw it away. I will wear it until it falls off my back, basically.
You'll be buried with it.
Oh, probably.
Can I say something, Brian?
If you speak English, Mark.
Oh, bollocks. Two things. Chicken Hawk, why does Nomadic Brit keep fingering us? I don't understand what that question
Well,
is.
you keep doing this. In America, they don't know what that means, Britt.
That just means I'm doing good, you know. I don't know what that means. But anyway, apart from that, there's a small people, Brian and Steve in this chat. There's a couple of people know that what's going on in my world at the moment, and life has been hard and stuff like that. And all I want people to realize is that life can be a bitch, and like Dodie was getting, and young Dodie, I'm just saying, young lady, that life can be hard, and you would appreciate it. Over time, things can slap you in the face, and you're thinking, why is it being so hard on me? But surround yourself with the right people. Now, we have a very good community, and we have some negative people in there that you don't need to be watching. You don't need to follow up. Robin, shut it, mate. I mean, I'm just listening. But I'm just saying, you got to realize that surround yourself with decent people, whether it be Steve, Brian, Havana, everybody. There's a lot of positive people here. Don't get down in your feelings. Just realize that, yeah, life's hard for everybody.
I agree.
But you can actually move on. And the things I'm dealing with at the moment, they are tough, but I'm dealing with them thanks to people in this chat.
If you need someone to talk to, give me a holler. You know,
Mark, I was told over 30 years ago. Actually, not 30 years ago. I started driving 31 years ago, but I've been an owner-op for 20. And I was told, and one of the best pieces of advice I was given, and without making a joke of this, is Brian, surround yourself with people smarter than you.
Right.
And it's been something, as much as an arrogant thing as sometimes I come off as, and I'm a big mouth and I put on a show. One thing that I have always done to the best of my ability is to surround myself with people that are smarter than me. Oh, and it doesn't matter. I've never judged any driver, any owner operator in this business. I've seen guys that have been doing this for 5 years. I've been doing it for 20 years, and I've seen guys that are doing it for 5 years that are doing it better than I am, and I want to know what they're doing. I'm willing to learn from you if you've been doing it for 5 years or 2 years or 30 years. You know, we always got in our heads that, oh, you always listen to those old guys. That's why. Not necessarily. It's not always those old guys. There's a lot of old, bitter guys running around the highway that are running around broke. Right. And it's something that I've always done. It's, find people that are smarter than me. That's not always the hardest thing to do, but do it. And put your ego aside. Put your ego aside, put your pride aside, and be willing to ask for help.
Right. See, and I thought I knew everything. I absolutely didn't, until I came across a certain community and a certain radius of people within that community that I bounced things off of. And some people have seen me in some bad days. Some people have seen me in good days. But I know that thanks to those people, positive or negative, of that day that I've been, things are getting so much better, and I couldn't even believe. I couldn't believe how much things are so much better. You know, the way that the things that I'm doing and stuff like that. And I was going to make like a video on it. No, I'm not actually, because I realized that unfortunately, if you talk truth on YouTube, you get carved up. I've seen certain videos today that absolutely remind me of why you don't get involved with your personal stuff.
Exactly.
Like I said,
Yeah.
and like I say, certain people will know what's going on in my life because I'm comfortable with you, and that's how you know. And an awful lot of people don't know what's going on, and that's because I'm not comfortable with you. End of.
But Mark, I think we've all learned the lesson at some point. I've definitely learned the lesson. I've had this channel going for a few years now, that there is a time and a place for certain things.
Right.
But there are certain things that you just do not bring onto this platform unless you want someone to be able to turn around and beat you over the head with it. And it's happened to me. It's happened to a lot of people I know. And probably, Britt, one of the smartest things you can do is keep what you're doing, keep it to yourself. Trust the select few that you have, my friend, and carry on. Because the journey that you've been on, let me tell you something. From the first time when this first happened to you, and from that time listening to you and talking to you, and now to seeing you now and talking to you now, it's leaps and bounds. It's not the same guy that I'm talking to. It's not the same guy that I'm looking at. It really truly isn't. And it's not because you're super fantastic and you're super strong. It's because you're getting some good help from some good people. And it's working for you. And you know what? You are smart and you're determined. And I'm not your coach. I'm not trying to coach you up or anything like that. I'm certainly not trying to blow up your ego, but I'm just trying to tell you that from what you started with back then to what you are now, as your friend, I'm glad to see that. I'm glad to see you in the state that you're in right now, where you can sit on my channel and you can make fun of me and you can call me a tosser. Whereas a couple of months ago, you weren't in that condition and you didn't want nothing to do with what we were doing up here. And it's nice to see that, Mark. And I'm glad to see that you're in the state you're in.
You're fun to be with, Mark.
Right, and I appreciate that, Brian.
You're still a tosser, though. You're still a tosser, Mark.
Just remember.
No,
England
he's a
rules,
fucking muppet.
Oh, you tosser! Just remember England rules. Anyway,
You're a sweetheart, Mark. You're a sweetheart. They know it. They just don't want to admit it.
I'm just saying that we look at the negativeness of what's going on, and we see that sort of stuff. And one thing that like Steve Snorlord, the one thing he preaches is your mindset. Mindset is a major part of this industry. I'll tell you what, if you got a negative mindset, you're going to go and screw yourself up. Whether you've got an even plusage, I am fortunate I work for a good carrier that looks after me as I look after them, because business is a two-way street. I have good people around me, and they look after me, and I look after them, and I would help those people tomorrow, not a problem.
Right.
And that's just the way I'm not a selfish sod. You look after your own, that's how business works. That's how life works. And
well, I learned something. I learned something when I was at Schneider, and you know this, Brett. So you take a Schneider Finance lease purchase person. You give them the same exact truck. They live in the same exact areas. They got the same trailer pull, the same trucks, the same everything, even the same color trucks, right?
Right.
And you talk to one guy at the OC, and he'll be like, "Oh man, I'm doing great. This is the greatest thing ever. I love this. I do this and this and this. And then the other guy next to him is like, "This place sucks. I hate this. I can't make any money. I don't know how it can be done." And so that's when I started to realize it was about mindset. And
right.
There's a driver that I've been trying to help, but after watching this video today, I don't think, and I won't mention who it is, but I don't think there's much help, because it's all about mindset.
Right.
And so mindset, whether you're running a business or getting yourself out of a situation, or dealing with the things that we deal with, without mindset, everything else just kind of falls apart. So
I was in a live earlier on before Will Burner come on, and somebody was talking about that leasing is just crap. They set you up for like defeat and stuff out. No, they don't. Why would any lease company set you up for defeat? And I this guy was saying like, the SFI is this and that and everything else, and I put on there, sorry, but it worked for me. And I left it at that. We have to agree to disagree, because I had the same tools that chap had, and he just didn't do it because he got fed up and lost it. The world's like everything's against him. No, it's not. I had
But
the same things.
everybody has their own different backgrounds where they come from.
Well,
Nobody
here's
is
the
the
thing.
same.
Here's the thing. It's not even worth arguing over.
Yeah.
Right.
Like, I kind of expressed this in my live feed last Saturday when Cool Trucking came on there and brought up some drama stuff. All the things that people argue about, like the whole topic was what makes you a true owner operator, that kind of crap. I'm like, you know what? This is an irrelevant argument that will not help you. You know what I mean?
I've said too.
It's like, while you guys are arguing over terms and I think it's a distraction from people's failures, right? Like, you know what? I'm failing. I don't feel good about what I'm doing, so I'd rather just get into the drama and get into small arguments. Right. And meanwhile, I'm looking at the aerial view, and it's just meaningless,
Yeah, like I was telling you.
I remember one time I got on Sage's channel, and there was a discussion. I forget what it was, but it was about all these things that, to me, it didn't matter, because I was looking at the bigger picture, and it's the bigger picture that everybody needed to be concerned about. But we're all distracted with our little arguments in everyday life, and not realizing that the bigger picture is what you have to focus on. And again, that's mindset. And I like what you said earlier. Put your ego away, right?
Yes.
Britt doesn't have an ego.
That was very hard for me in the beginning. When I became an owner operator, I had the, oh, look at me, I'm better than the company driver. I did. And it took a few hard knocks, and I got my ass handed to me, and I got knocked down the totem pole a few notches, and before I was smart enough to open my ears and shut my mouth. Learned that the hard way. But along with mindset, I think attitude. Okay, you can have the right or wrong mindset. It's okay to have the right mindset as to what you're doing, but attitude. This is one of those industries, and I'm talking about trucking. I'm not talking about transportation. I'm just talking about trucking. This is one of those careers that if you do not have the right attitude, you are not going to be successful. There is no amount of pushing. There is no amount of support. There is no amount of anything that anybody can give you or help you with that is going to make you successful if you have the wrong attitude, or if you have a piss poor attitude. And break that up into different areas. I break it up in the simple area of I love what I do. I still love trucking. I still love getting up in the morning, turning my truck on. I love being a truck driver, and I've been like that since I've been a little boy, and I love doing it. And because of that, it helps me. I've got a good attitude about my job and my career. And if I do 20 things in a day and I struggle with 12 of them, well, that doesn't ruin my whole day. My attitude is I will get through this. I break everything down to the simplest form. And this is just me. I can't speak for everybody. When it came to my business, it took me years to develop this, but when it came to my business and my career, I break everything down to its simplest form. And then I do everything in order. I do one thing, I finish it, complete it, clear it from the day, and then move on to the next task. Finish it, complete it, clear it off, and move on to the next task. Because I was too busy running around, I would start 5 or 6 things and try to get them all done at the same time, and then nothing got done. And then I'd have a plate full of mess.
Wow, there's a lot of comments.
Right. And now I prioritize and I put everything in order. I finish it, get it done, and then move on to the next thing and carry on. but I think having a good attitude about the job. Let's face it, there's a lot of guys, and Steve, you have to have seen them. I know Mark's seen them. Dottie, you've seen them. There's guys in this business that have been doing it longer than us, and they are miserable.
Mm-hmm.
Can I just make the biggest comment? Can I just make the biggest comment that?
Yeah, please.
America, Canada, whatever. Why is it a foreigner like me that can come to this country with 0 credit rating and 0 everything? Why do I make it? What have I done that is so different than the rest of America and Canada that you can't do to make us succeed?
You're desperate,
I'll
so you
tell
don't
you
get
why.
deported.
Can I answer that?
We can't deport Snorlord.
No, I'm just saying, but I've started from rock bottom.
I'll tell you why.
0.
I can answer that one. Because,
go ahead, Dottie.
See, with me, okay, when I was a little kid, back up a little bit. When I was a little kid, my mom used to use my name for my credit, right? So when I grew up, I was 18 or 19 and stuff, I had lousy credit. My mom, she's still alive, God bless her. She's 93 years old, but she only had a 2nd grade education, but she messed up my credit. Okay, so I grew up thinking I couldn't have good credit because from the get-go, I was running behind the ball the whole time. And as I was growing up, I'm seeing people from other countries come in and they are totally successful. And I'm thinking, why can't I do that? So you nailed it. You nailed it, Britt, because that's one of the reasons anyway on my part, because we fall in this gutter that we don't really see all the see that somebody from the outside.
He doesn't take it for granted.
Right, yeah. So
let me just respond to Dodie. Let me respond to Dodie. I tell you what, if a foreigner like me can make it, there's no excuse why no Canadian, why no American can make it. There is absolutely
I agree.
0 excuse.
Yeah,
I agree. I think Jackknife hit it though. Go ahead, Jackknife.
He doesn't take it for granted.
Yeah.
Right.
Well, about 10 years ago,
he knew when he got here, he knew he had to work harder.
Right.
A lot of people now, they expect it just to fall in their laps because,
they fall in that.
They don't realize. They want it handed to them, right? They don't want to.
Yeah, but even then, those days are long gone. Those pensions are gone. All that stuff's all gone. It used to be if you worked hard, you stayed with the company for 30, 40 years. You got rewarded for it. Those days are all gone.
No.
Well, about 10 years ago, there was a documentary called Big Rig.
I remember that.
Yeah, and if you watch, they profile like 4 or 5 drivers, and one of them is from Eastern Europe, and he just had this. Look at this beautiful truck. Look at this beautiful land. Look at, he was just having the grand time of his life, whereas one of the other people they followed just had the crappiest attitude. The only thing he was grateful for was that he wasn't in the ground, that kind of thing. And
you're not gonna have nomadic Brit say, "Oh, please, government, please control freight rates and stuff," because they have that bullshit over there.
Right.
That's why there's no owner operators really over there either. They totally made it.
No, with regard to that, Jackknife. No, I understand. Everybody throws brokers under the bush and all that other crap. To me, I don't need to disclose my profits to nobody.
Yeah, exactly.
And I don't expect the person I'm dealing with to disclose their profits. What they can make out of me is good. The money that I make, and most people know that I am a Schneider Bolt contract tanker driver. Now, I don't quibble with Schneider unless they change certain things on a contract, and I tell them, you need to add this, you need to add that, and they do it. I have a no. I can't quibble with Schneider. Now I've been with them since 20. Bloody hell! How long have I been here? I've been here too long. Hold up! I've been here. I came here in 2014. I had to sit still on my ass for 6 months to prove that I didn't need America to support me, which I didn't. I joined Schneider in June of 2015 as a company driver. Did 6 months. Went over to contract in June December, bloody hell, December 2015, and I've been in contract with them ever since. Now they have looked after me as I've looked after them, because you got to remember, business is a two-way street. Whoever you deal with, you got to realize it's give and take. It can't be take, because that doesn't work. Now, I have done really well with these guys, and like I said, I was on live earlier on where they're saying that lease purchase is like a rip-off. No, it's not. It worked for me. I came to this country with 0 credit rating, and I had to start from the bottom with 0 rating. I didn't exist.
Well, Schneider has a pretty good lease purchase. They're not exactly like like Ego Logistics or something, you know.
I know, but I didn't exist in their eyes. I didn't exist. They took a they took a bet on me that I'm going to make it work, and yes, I bloody well did make it work, because
they took a gamble on you.
Well, they sort of took a gamble. I mean, technically, like, what's the worst that could happen? You know, you'd steal the truck, you crash it. They have insurance and stuff.
Well, okay, from a Canadian standpoint, now you guys are all U.S. So from Canadian, the lease purchase options up here, the lease purchase options up here are not built for success. Okay, the companies up here are leasing out equipment that's usually
when you're paying $8 a gallon of fuel,
right? They're three to 4 years old. They're usually mileaged out. They don't have any kind of maintenance. The warranties have already run out. And they know for a fact that they're either going to sell the truck or they're going to lease it to somebody like Britt or somebody else who, A, is only doing it because they don't have credit or they don't have the ability to go out or they don't have the down payment or the ability to go to a bank or a finance company and do it themselves. And the majority of lease purchase programs in Canada fail. Like the failure rate is much higher. Now, I don't know what the exact percentage number is, but the amount of trucks,
I'm sure your weather plays an effect with that.
You got to remember.
Our weather in Canada is no different than what you're getting in New York, PA, Ohio, North Dakota, South Dakota, Montana, all that shit. Like our weather up here is pretty comparable to a lot of your northern states.
But see, there's that word lease, right? Lease. When it says lease, you're never gonna own that. It says it right there. If you want the option, okay, then you set yourself up for it. But just like an apartment, when you go and rent an apartment, you're leasing the apartment. You know you're not gonna. You live there for 10, 20 years or something, but that place is never going to be yours. And that's what a lot of people get.
Here's the first thing about lease purchase. If you're going into a lease purchase and it has like a $1,200 or $1,500 a week payment,
that's crazy.
You might as well kiss your ass goodbye. There's no way you're going to be able to really complete that. If you do, it's by sheer luck and determination. And when I mean determination, I mean putting like 150,000 miles on it.
You're living in the truck.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. And that also depends on. Yeah, go ahead, Britt.
When I signed up for my lease contract, lease purchase, which is what I did in 2016, my payment, including MMA, was $1,097 for 3 years. It got revamped after those 3 years. Do you want to keep it or do you want to? Do you want to throw it in or keep it? I'll keep it. I did 15 months at that same price. I bought this truck 2 years ago. She's paid off.
That's what I'm talking about.
And I survived that lease purchase thing. I appreciate it's hard, but I knew that after that lease purchase, that was the first stage. The truck was paid off. I knew that truck was going to cost me money every year, and she bloody well did. Because last year she cost me 45 grand. The one box went and clutch, gearbox, whatever. But it was way cheaper than spending 60 grand a year on a lease purchase. This year, had I spent a lease purchase, it would have been another 60 grand. I'm into my truck for 23. Next year, end of January, my truck's going in for a full rebuild. So I'll get the engine rebuilt because I'm an old sod. I'm 55 years old, for Pete's sake.
You're not old.
I don't want another new truck. So that truck should last me for the next 5 years. And I'm looking at it short term because over the next 5 years, with what's going on in my life, I will be good to go. And that's the way I did it. I don't want no new truck, because a truck to me is a steering wheel and 10 wheels. That's what she is. This is my tool. I'm not into chrome. I'm not into all that bollocks. You know, it is what it is. It's a business that I run. I'm just saying, a lease purchase can work in a situation if you wanted to make it work. You know.
No, Mark, do you not think, Mark, that maybe you're the exception to that rule?
No,
I can't say, because I don't know how many guys on Schneider.
Well, the nice thing about an SFI lease is you don't have to stay with Schneider with it. You can leave Schneider.
But I did, because they've been good to me, and I'm good to them.
See, up here we can't.
Now with most companies, you can't leave once you lease
up
out.
Here we can't. We don't.
Now the problem with that. Here's the problem with that. If you're leasing and you become a problem, let's say, or you go home too much, even though you can make those payments and stuff, sometimes the company does not want to keep you. Then they want that truck. They want to be making twice as much, since they're leasing it out, than they could with a company truck out of you. So what they'll do is they'll just start dispatching you shitty loads, especially when you get near the end of the lease, and they'll starve you out. Now the biggest thing I always say, if you're going to go into a lease purchase, well, first, if you can leave with it, that's great. Second of all, if you can pay it off early, that's great too. Make sure you can pay it off early. Third is make sure if you have to, you can dispatch yourself. That's the three things I say in a lease purchase you're doing. You got to be able to pay it off early. You got to be able to either maybe if you can take it somewhere else, or you could actually dispatch yourself if you need to.
When you mean you mean by do your own logistics, right?
Yeah, and also sometimes I guess I should some of these companies, the maintenance too. Some of them require ridiculous maintenance schedules. Got to get it at their terminal at their certain place and all that stuff. And sometimes that can benefit you, but a lot of times it's just them emptying your maintenance account out. So
Snyder, you're dispatching yourself. That's the Snyder Choice program.
Now we are, that's been going on for about 3. God dang, about 3.5 years actually, because since they allowed me to dispatch myself, I've never been back to certain horrific places, and you can't not even pay me enough to go back to those places.
See, now when I started out my CDL at Prime, and they tried to talk me into a lease purchase, and I talked to a lot of guys who were doing it, and they pretty much said that if you give them problems or you're not really good with your dispatcher near the end of your lease, or a couple months, or at least when you're 2 years in, they'll if you give them a lot of problems, they'll just start starving you out. They'll start giving you shittier and shittier loads, shorter runs, and eventually you just give up. And either they're hoping you're going to lease another truck, or you'll go company, so they can tell you where to go all the time.
But Jackknife, I will say that stigma that like you said, that Prime said that they're going to strangle you. I've heard that throughout the whole industry. That if you're going to get into a lease thing, that suddenly for some reason the last few weeks.
Well, I'm not saying it's going to happen to everybody, but if it can happen though.
No, what I'm just saying I've heard that thing from so many people that all these people,
well, a lot of people too that don't work hard will just automatically assume that too. But
I've heard from so many people saying that, oh God, Schneider's going to strangle you in the last few weeks. Why would it's absolutely
the only thing I would think that could possibly happen. The only thing that could possibly happen with Snyder is the same thing that's happening with the Landstar right now. They bring on too many people, and the market falls.
Snyder, they keep a tight look at their capacity. I was a Snyder IC with my own truck for 2 years, and so
they don't go over capacity.
No,
they'll actually do a hiring freeze.
Yeah, they will.
Yeah, well then that's a smart idea. Others won't, because as soon as they care, they're still getting the money. They don't care if it takes you a while to bail out. You know what I mean?
Right. Well, Landstar, I remember when I was at Landstar that their goal was to get up to 10,000 trucks by a certain date.
Right.
And they would advertise on the internet that if you want to be an agent, show the guy in a business suit on the beach, just kind of relax.
Because some of the shit I hear going on in Landstar right now is, almost as worse, if not worse, than the spot market.
It is. I've been there. I have experience there. So, Snyder, And that was one of the selling points. What, you know, because Jeffrey Light was the one that convinced me to go over there, because that's where he was at. He was at Landstar for 10 years, and then he was at Schneider for 10 years. He was one of the original choice people, choice program people. So when freight gets thin, they will stop hiring in certain areas, and they will stop, you know, because look, they want those, they know their SFI payments are pretty hefty, and so they want to be able to keep those guys to be able to keep moving. Now, I had my own truck, so I didn't have a lot of the same pressures, but when they are needing capacity, then they will lift some rules about older trucks, and they will also do like a $5,000 or $10,000 bonus, hiring bonus, and then referral bonuses. I got $3,000 for every person I referred. I had friends that made anywhere between 40 and 60 grand a year just in referral bonuses. But then when stuff got thin, they stopped. I mean, first thing they do is stop the referral bonuses. Then the next thing they do is you have to put in your zip code if you're interested. And if they don't have any freight in their zip code, they won't bring you on regardless.
But,
so that's the difference.
But I gotta say this though. Okay, go ahead, Brett. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, you young.
Go ahead, Dottie. Dottie, go ahead.
See, there's some companies, even like come on, what it said. You know, sometimes if you're a good professional driver, they're gonna keep you. They know the company you're with is a good company. Mostly the smaller companies, and that's, take it from me. I know I've been through a lot of companies. The smaller companies, if they're good to you, you're good to them, they're going to keep you, and they're going to make you succeed no matter what, because they know you're a good hard runner. At the same time, there's these other people that want to go home all the time. They might be a hard worker, but they're not putting up to the speed. And like Snorlord was saying, and Jackknife, those are basically, you know, in general, the way it is. But at the same time,
they think they're an owner. They think they're now officially an owner operator, that they control everything, and they forget about their costs.
Well, I'm talking
what
about
exactly
the
they're doing.
Bad
you know,
drivers. I'm talking about the good ones and the bad ones. You know.
Yeah. Well, it goes back to attitude, right? So, if here at Like Trucking, if we have a contractor that's kind of got a crappy attitude and has, you know, some safety stuff going on, you know, we may not be as likely to help that person as somebody who's got the right mindset and wants to succeed, and you know, and so all carriers do that. I don't care.
Well, you should know, since you're a dispatcher. Could you imagine some of these guys self-dispatching themselves and talking to brokers?
Oh, well, I mean, I know somebody that's dealing with that right now. So, and that's how I do my dispatch service.
Because I know at this company, they if you're allowed to self-dispatch, but they'll actually, well, they didn't do it for me because they knew me, but some of them, they'll actually listen in on the phone calls or call up the broker after and ask how it went, because they've had guys just, you know, talk to a broker like they're talking to, like, you know, fucking, I don't know, what do you want to, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Well, or even, what about the scenario? Steve, you had to have had this one. You can tell the attitude of a guy. Let's say you're helping him out and you dispatch him. You give him the load, he goes. Before that load is finished, he's already calling you going, all right, man, what do you got now? Like, those are the ones you want, right? And, you know, well, you give him the next one, you go, okay, where do you want to go? What kind of, you know, what are you looking for? This and that. You set him up. Wind him up, point him in the direction you want him to go, and you let him go. And just before he pulls in to get offloaded, he's phoning you back. All right, man, what do you got? Let's go.
Right. Well, before I bring on a client for dispatch, here's what I do. I have an interview with them.
Right.
I talk to them. What are your needs? What are your wants? What are your expectations? What are your costs? Because we need to know if it's realistic.
$15,000 a week.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. And then I kind of feel them out with an attitude, you know, with their attitude. And there are some people that have turned down. I'm like, yeah, I don't think I can help you. And because if they're difficult to deal with, then it's more time than I'm taking that takes away from the people that want to deal with it.
Well,
with it. Right?
you made a comment and I think, was it your live this morning or was it yesterday, that you were working with this guy, you set him up, you got him this, and then there was something about the toll roads and everything, right? And you ended up burning 6 hours of your time trying to set this guy up and work with him, and he comes back to you going, well, no, I don't want the load because it's I got to do now. You got to go back and get another $200 or $300 because it's 200 miles out of my way because I'm not taking toll roads. And you've just burnt 6 hours of your day fixing this up for him, and now there's nothing.
And those are the people. So those are generally the people in these lease programs that will sit there and say, well, they starved me out of the truck, right?
Yeah.
And so there's a correlation there. I mean,
see, that's what I'm talking about.
There are some shady lease companies that don't want you to finish the lease because they can resell the truck or release it, twice over. Because like Prime, for example, I have an old Prime truck, and that thing had 2 different people on the title, and so obviously someone leased it for a year, and then someone leased it for another year. If you add up all the lease payments, that truck was paid for twice before I even got to it.
Right.
And so,
right.
But usually it's the people that have that negative attitude, and that's why there's a lot of bad lease stipulations. It's all because of attitude. Britt will tell you that a lease is a good idea if you have the right attitude. And also, what a lot of people will talk about, we talk about motivation, we talk about attitude, but no one talks about discipline
or knowledge.
And I mean, look, I know
knowledge can be learned. You can teach or pass on knowledge. Discipline is not something that's generally taught.
You got lease purchase guys that'll look at the load board right now. Let's say they're in the Northeast like me, and they'll be like, "Oh my God, a load for $3 a mile going to Phoenix, Arizona. Let me pick that up and go." The problem is right now, Phoenix, you really technically got to go in there for at least almost $4 a mile to even come out with a decent rate both ways, because you're going to come out of Phoenix either empty or you're going to come out of Phoenix with what? Maybe if you're lucky, a dollar out to Houston, maybe.
Some of that knowledge has come by learning the hard way, right?
Yeah.
So if they have,
you only got so many primes you can do it though.
Right. Well, see, that's why I tell people to keep their costs down, because you're going to learn some expensive mistakes. And so if anybody watch Ratman Roden's channel, he's a multi-million-dollar business. He's not just a truck driver. And he just did it. He just, no bachelor's degree, no college education. He just did it. And he learned things the hard way. And so if you keep your costs down and learn, maybe if someone says, hey, don't go to Phoenix for less than $4 a mile, you can go, okay. But then you go out there anyways. Well, now you're going to learn the lesson, but as long as you can recover from that lesson, then you're fine. And what does that take? That takes mindset and attitude. We've all done it. We've all gone to Florida. We've all gone to Arizona. We've all chased that money early in the spot market game. And then so next time you go.
Well, before you could recoup, now you can't.
It's a little harder now to recover.
Exactly.
You used to go when fuel was.
Even those
was cheaper, you could make a bad mistake.
I would say a lot of those rates that used to be even before, I guess, before the pandemic or whatever you want to call it. A lot of those rates that used to be decent going in those areas, they're not so much decent anymore. Just because the prices, everything gone up, and they haven't actually went up. Like I've seen it a lot going into New England before. You can look at the 15-day average going up into New England, and it's down to almost half of what it usually is. Loads that used to go up to New England for $4 or $5 a mile are now sitting around like $250, $275. You can't go up there. You go up there, you see everybody, you see everybody sitting at the truck stop, staring at their phones, fucking freaking out the whole time. That's all you see up there, because they all go up there for what? Because they're like, oh man, $3 a mile. Thank God. They go up there and there ain't nothing coming out of New England now.
I know a driver that took a load to Florida for $209 a mile. I'm like,
wow.
During the hurricane, I took a load out of Dallas. It was paying $3.45 a mile. It was shingles. I still thought that was cheap, but it was only going into Orlando. So I said, all right, I'll take it. I took it. Luckily, this carrier actually had a somewhat stable customer up in Jackson that did installation. So I ended up dropping it there and went up to Jackson and did $3 a mile into North Carolina. So it worked out. But if I didn't have that, I probably wouldn't really even went into Florida.
That's considered. That's almost like a lottery win.
Yeah, that was like a lottery.
That's a lottery win.
Technically, that should have been there anyway because of the hurricane. But I have no idea what the hell went on with that. That was totally not normal for any kind of hurricane effort. Like I saw equipment and stuff going in. I saw equipment coming out of South Dakota, Bobcats, high lifts and everything going into Florida. They're only paying like $2.30 a mile to go into Fort Myers. Like who the hell in their right mind would do it? But people were doing it for some freaking reason. I don't know.
Can I just add something to this whole conversation?
On the other side of that, Jackknife, is that your home run / lottery win. Somebody like that will take a win like that and get on Facebook. I don't know why you're having so many problems. I got X amount.
Oh yeah, they do it all the time.
Oh, absolutely.
Or they're hauling heavy haul or something, or something that they're and then everybody else sees that. I've seen it on rates and lanes. You see it all the time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
One thing that helps me out is that I'm contracted to like D&E, right? I don't promote them, but I am contracted to them. And like when, they tell me where I want to go. They ask me where I want to go and stuff. I tell them if I want to go this way, whatever, right? But we have customers all over the United States and even Canada and Mexico if I want. And usually the dispatchers, there's like, I think about 11 or 12 dispatchers. They are like top notch, some of the best dispatchers I've ever worked with, because they will get me out of a bind. I mean, like when I'm thinking there's like, how can I get out of here? All of a sudden, because it's a customer database that they have that will, they're like, there's a place in Reddings that I go. Every time I'm in that area in Pennsylvania, I know I can always go there and get me one heck of a load. Same thing like in Orlando.
Yeah, well, don't count on it too much right now.
I know, right now.
Make sure you check. Make sure you check. Before you do that now, because even I've seen a lot of that even start disappearing now.
Well, like in Orlando, every time I go there, everybody was saying, there's nothing coming out. I'm coming out with a good $3,000 to $4,000 load every single time. But like you said, now you can't just depend on that because you really, and that's why I've helped. I mean, that's why Snorlord, I've been looking at his channel. And he gives me that view to look further than what my dispatchers are looking at, That way, if I know market's good, like in Houston, I'm going to Houston. And sure enough, there was tons of loads getting out of there. And on this load getting out of there, when I'm making 45 on this load. So sometimes, like I said, it works. But like now times are like skittish.
Well,
you're walking on ice.
This is coming from Canadian, okay? Because I have to go from Canada down to the States. Now, I'm not allowed to interline back and forth between states. I'm allowed to come down, deliver my load, go anywhere I want in the U.S., pick up, but I have to come back to Canada. Or I can do multiple pickups, but I have to come back to Canada. That's the law. I have no choice. We just got a notice with the company. I just got an email on Thursday saying that 2 of our direct customers, meaning they're our customers that I'm leased on with, 2 of them just renegotiated their rates at a 30% drop. 30% drop. Now
yeah,
that's
Freightwaves talked about that.
Yeah, but
That's
your
US
fuel
dollars.
cost.
That's
But your
US
fuel costs-
dollars. Yes, I'm a Canadian company. Yes, we're Canadian, but those are US dollars. But still, 30%, and these are customers that we've been servicing for 12. One of them for over 12 years. Finally, they came back to us, and it's either 30% drop in rate across the board, regardless of where in the country it's going. 30%. And if you want to keep them, you're taking the cut, right? Because right now it's so hard for being a cross-border carrier. It is so hard for us. You can't say no.
So you can't come into the United States.
We don't have the selection up here that you guys have down there,
so,
right?
So you come into
there's
the United States and then go
people in
back out.
Canada.
I mean, like
What?
a week, like on your 70-hour rule. I don't mean to interrupt you, but okay, you come into the U.S. and do your load, and then you got to go out before your 70-hour or what?
No,
I know you can't just do it in one
I've
day.
I've done my reset in South Carolina. I've done my reset.
He just can't run between states, like pick up in Pennsylvania and drive down to Texas
Well,
and then deliver
okay.
and then pick up another load like that.
I can't pick up in Toronto.
It
go
has
down
to eventually
Charlotte,
final in
deliver
Canada.
in Charlotte, pick up in Charlotte, and go deliver over in Atlanta. I can't do that.
Yeah, but hey, your cost went down 30%. Probably more though, right?
No.
Yeah, I know.
Dude, I pay $9 a gallon for fuel. Do you?
Yeah. No, not yet, but I'm sure it's coming.
But I do.
I know, but that's what I'm saying, though. It's freaking hilarious, though, that they're doing that shit.
Liters to gallons, and then you convert the Canadian dollar to American dollar. I'm paying right now.
It's like $8, like $8.50, right?
805. 805.
Yeah.
Let me ask a question, Wheelburner. What is making you successful right now?
Two things. One, I've negotiated the way I'm paid. I'm a mileage paid driver.
He gets 9 miles a gallon.
With the miles, I've also negotiated a really good fuel surcharge. So, like for example, last week, regardless, loaded or empty, I ran for $2.45 a mile, all miles.
Wow.
Now, I don't pay for plates. I don't pay for stickers. I pay partial insurance. So when I take all of that out, if for example, let's just say I had to pay for my license plates, my stickers, and I had to pay for full insurance, I'd be having to run for north of $3 a mile. But because I don't pay all of that, for me to run at $2.45 a mile in a truck that gets 9 miles per gallon, that's the second part. My truck is efficient. I don't speed. I don't abuse it. I maintain it very well, and my truck gets 8.8 to 9 miles per gallon. That is a huge, huge saver for me right now, especially with the price of fuel, because I have a lot of the time I got no choice. I have to fill up in Canada before I leave. Once I'm in the States and I can find it for 470, 480, 505, or like I was standing at a J in Michigan and the guy was losing his shit at $5.65 a gallon. I said, yeah, go 30 miles over that border right there. You know, $5.65, you'll be filling your truck tires with it at $5.65. You know, but those are the two things. It was the foresight to see what was coming down the road. You know, the way I negotiated my contract, and I got out of the long nose Kenworth. I went with the fuel. I basically went for a fuel mileage base, and that's how I set myself up. I want the most fuel efficient vehicle I can get. I don't need a T680. I went for bang for buck. I took a 2020 Cascadia. I was the second owner on it. It was 8 months old when I got it. So I got a decent truck. I knew what it was. I didn't overpay for it because I got it just before the bubble took off, before COVID. So I got it at a reasonable price. I put a monster down payment down on it. So my truck payment is just south of $2,000 a month Canadian. So if you convert that to American, what's that, about $1,600?
Yeah, about 16. Yeah.
So all my costs are very, very, very manageable, and I set it that way on purpose, and that there is probably, and I didn't do any of this by my own genius thinking. It's from listening to Steve, by listening to little pieces of this and little pieces of that over the years.
That's what I've been doing.
That's how, And I'm not going to say that I'm successful either, because, you know, I took you know, out of a 4 weeks month, out of a 4 week month, last month, for example, I took a loss on 1 week. You know, you're not going to hit a home run every week, man. You know,
Right.
but
Yeah,
but
no.
1 week
Yeah,
where
I took a loss on 3 weeks.
or I take a loss, the other 3 more than made up for it. So, you know, you carry your average is the way I run it, right? I don't do it I don't do it on an hour to hour basis or a daily basis. It's what did I do for the week? Then what, or for the 2 to 3 day period? Then what did I do for the week? Then what did I do for the quarter? Like the whole week, the whole month. It's the average. Put everything on the average.
What's your cents per mile come out to?
I'm sorry?
For fuel. What's your cents per mile come out to for fuel, since you're paying what, $9 almost a gallon, or $8?
Well, if I work it with the fuel surcharge, it comes out to about 65 cents. If I work it without the fuel surcharge, I'm at about $1.12.
$1.12.
$1.12.
So, well, I meant with the mileage wise. I mean, how much?
A 9 mile per gallon truck.
I mean, how much do you think you're saving with with having 9 miles per gallon compared to like a 5 or 5.5 or 6 mile per gallon truck?
About $3,500 a month.
I was going to say.
And what's that, like 50 or 60 cents a mile?
Oh, more than that.
Oh, so like what, 80 probably?
There, I came out of a 97 W9 with a 60 series Detroit, pulling 5.5 miles per gallon. I had no truck payment. That thing there, I went from that to the Freightliner. I'm now paying just under $2,000 a month, and I've still got about another $1,800 to $2,500 a month in my pocket on top of making my truck payment, just in the fuel savings.
Yeah,
so that's probably what, about 80 cents then.
Probably close to it. I don't have those numbers right here in front of me. I'm sitting in my.
Well, if you think about that, 80 cents, hell, when times get tough, that's a pretty decent amount of pay to pay yourself. You know.
It is.
You know, instead of making what a company driver makes. You know.
Well.
So.
As well as
right there in fuel, you're pretty much saving yourself your actual paycheck practically.
My fuel savings more than pays my salary. Put it that way over the year. Okay, because I've got myself structured. I'm an incorporated business, right? So I've got myself structured that I put myself on a salary. I'm an employee of my own company. So that fuel savings, as it turned out, that
up in Canada, you probably got to be. I'm sure taxes are. Yeah.
Right. It worked out for me, but we had to obviously tweak some things and move some shit around. But yes. And let's face it, I'm same as any other guy out there. I got lucky once in a while. You know, nobody's good all the time. Well, every once in a while, you're going to get lucky, man.
Yeah, I've got a lot of luck.
I'm jumping over to a mileage.
The ones that piss me off are the ones that are lucky more than they're good. Right? Those are the guys that piss me off. You know, the people that win the lottery 3 times in a row. You win $10 million 3 times in a row, and you're broke after the 3rd time as well. Those are the ones that piss me off. Right?
Well, you can always look real lucky on YouTube. You know.
Well, come on. Look at this. I look like a movie star on YouTube, for fuck's sake. Come on.
It's the beard.
Can I just add? Can I add something to this
It's the
conversation?
beard. Get out of here. It's the beard.
You got it, Snorter.
It's the beard. It's the beard. Yeah.
Can I just add something to this conversation? Is that sometimes, you know, I'm Schneider contract on tanker, and sometimes the new starts, Schneider will say, "Can you help these drivers out and make sure it all works?"
That's
now
what they've told me.
And sometimes I have like 3 drivers onto me, and I'm planning their week and everything, and I'm planning my week, and I'm trying to make sure that they make money and stuff like that, because they don't seem to understand geography and a whole lot. Because a lot of people come into this lease purchase thinking, I'm going to go home every weekend, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that. No, you're not. I tell you what, if you sign up for a lease purchase, you better get your ass into gear, because you're gonna have to run.
You better hope you live up like 80, 75, 71, or if you live off like figure down in Florida, yeah, you go to see your house for
Yeah,
a while.
but you're
you know?
talking tanker. Tanker is very, very different from the rest of the industry. The stuff that we get into, and I always tell these contractors, at the end of the day, just like what I'm telling you is like, and I will print out a list of all our best pickup points. I tell them places that come up and blah, blah, blah. I do everything just to help their lives out. But I know that 50% of these people will not do what I'm trying to tell them to do because they think they're above it. And that's where a lot of these drivers go wrong. You know, and Schneider still does the first 2 weeks. You don't pay truck payments and stuff like that.
Well, they probably watch YouTube and think they'll just fall into the money like everybody on YouTube says.
That's why I don't train
no, but
anymore.
hold on. Yeah, but on YouTube,
my training days are done.
I did an
my
apology.
YouTube channel. No, but if you look at my YouTube channel, I don't do referrals.
Well, I'm not talking about yours, Nomadic Brett. I'm talking about, people that, I don't know, have names as coach in their name and other things.
Yeah. Well,
yeah, I don't get into a lot of that crap. You know, at the end of the day,
No, neither do
my
I.
advice is free.
Yeah.
You know, if you don't want to listen to it, well, that's on you. You know, I will tell you, based on my experiences, what I feel is the best thing going forward. And a lot of these people don't think that's the best thing, and then they end up, we have about 130 drivers. We're down to 65 drivers on contract.
Wow.
Because fuel is killing them. Their perception is killing them. Their own perception is absolutely killing them. And we are way down. And we've even just laid off what do I call it? A DBA. A DBA, which is like your direct contact at Schneider. One of those has just been moved on. We have one DBA now.
Wow.
And that tells you what's going on, because Schneider normally is that forefront of what's coming.
Yes.
They just got rid of a recruiter at the company I'm at because they don't need them anymore because they ain't nobody to recruit.
Right, and that's what I'm saying.
Like Schneider knew the AB5 thing was coming 3 years before it happened, so they shut their Ontario yard down.
Yeah,
right,
stopped hiring out of California and moved
they're
it
even
to
telling me now as well that my truck needs to go in to be reworded on the side. So the Schneider knows something is coming.
Mm-hmm.
So you need.
Brett, we can barely hear you.
Well, what you want me?
You're
to
talking
say?
into your. I think your headset's disconnected.
Yeah, it's too far. Where it's pulled way out of the way.
Look at Oster. Looking at the comments, Oster just made a decision. He's going to lease a Schneider tanker so he can make real money like Britt. There you go. You heard it here first.
Make sure Britt becomes your mentor.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll work it out for you, young sir.
Steve, that's Schneider yard in Ontario. That was up in Guelph, or actually it was called Aberfoyle, but it's technically Guelph, Ontario. We used to be envious. I worked for a company called Transex, right? But I was on the flatbed division. It was called Deckex, and we were right across the street from them. And at any time, we used to call it the pumpkin patch, right?
That's what we call it. Yeah.
We could look over across the street, and there'd be anywhere from 60 to 80 empty trucks just sitting there. Right? Nobody in them, just sitting there. And we called it the pumpkin patch. And we were wondering how long it was going to take before Schneider shut it down. And
I will say, okay, but one thing I must say is Schneider's tanker division, company tanker division, are being told to stand down, basically. And they look after us contractors. Now, we have tanker drivers on company side that can be sat for 3 to 4 days because Schneider's looking after people like me. So America, something's going the wrong way in this country.
Yeah, Britt and I have talked about this.
Well, that's what I said in the comments earlier. I said, if you start seeing tanker guys sitting around doing nothing, you know something's bad.
That's
you got a lot more to worry about than spot market.
You go into any truck stop, you're going to see vans, reefers, and flatbeds. You never see tankers sitting around.
No, but I'm saying
never see a guy sitting there for a day waiting for a load. That's very rare.
No, but Brian, what I'm saying is Schneider is protecting us contractors. The company drivers are being told to sat still, and some of those company drivers are sat 72 hours.
That's rare. That's rare. Because I can tell you right now, any of the companies that I've ever worked for, if an owner operator is sitting at the same place with a company driver and they're both get offloaded and they're both waiting on a load,
The company's
chances
going first.
are company driver is going to get loaded first, right? They're going to load their own truck and then, throw one on the owner operator second, depending on the company. The company I'm at now, it doesn't work that way. If there's two of you there, whoever's empty first gets the load. And even then, most of the time, I know what my reload is before I even get where I'm going, right?
But with
A lot of
D&E,
other
that
companies don't work
brings
that way, man. They load their own trucks before they load the owner ops.
with D&E, that brings it back to like the quality and the attitude of the driver. Because there's some drivers that they just want to go home. They, I did my load, I want to go home. And like me, this is my home. Give me another load, I'm ready to go. So they look at the quality of the drivers.
Sure.
And sometimes they'll pick me over the company driver. So I can understand where Brett's coming from because, he's an awesome driver, I could tell.
But
well, the way Schneider works.
Don't blow the British man's horn. He's not that.
Oh, bollocks to you, Brian.
He's all right. He's okay.
On our choice board. Now, I picked from our choice board. Now, our choice board is based on 79% of loads available. On tanker, we can't touch dedicated and we can't touch nuclear. Everything else is up for sale. Now, within that 79%, that means that what happens is that we get to pick everything, and the stuff that we don't want goes to company drivers. And now suddenly you're seeing the company drivers sat because that's crap that we don't want to get involved with. Now, I emailed Steve the other day my standard week of how I operate and stuff like that. Now, you can make money out here, and some of these lightweights don't want to get out of the truck and work their asses off. I have no problem with that. I want to stay fit. I don't want to be that guy that's...
See, I told you he's a good driver.
I know, but I'm just saying there's ways that you can make serious money out here. But from what I'm seeing, in the years that I've been out here, I have not seen it get to this stage that we're in. Even though America is saying the economy is great, CPI is like not too bad and stuff. It's absolute bollocks.
Hey, Brett, would it not be worth it then, Mark? Would it not be worth it if Schneider company drivers are watching guys like you roll through? And I don't know what it takes to get into a Schneider lease. Are they no $0 down leases?
It depends. It depends.
They've changed.
But
let's
just say even way. I got $10,000 down. Why would I not, as a company driver, if I see what you're doing and how you're doing and how they're taking care of you, would that not be worth it to me to make that convert and jump?
No, because I tell company drivers, when company drivers ring me, because Schneider will put company drivers onto me that are interested in going over to this, and I tell them, don't do it. Watch what's going on for the next 3 months. I said, pay attention to that fuel price that you see on that chart every time you go and fill up your company truck. I said, and just keep talking to company drivers, because I think the next 3 to 4 months is going to be the game changer. And that's what I tell these guys, because like I say, I don't want somebody to sign up to something that's going to lose them everything.
Well, it started this week with the election.
Do you guys deliver fuel nomadic or no?
No, it's the only thing we don't touch.
Just chemicals, right?
Say nuclear again.
We are chemical.
Britt,
I was going to say, because I've been seeing a lot of...
Stuart's in the house.
Oh, there he is.
I've been seeing a lot of notes, a lot of places I've been going. I've been seeing a lot of notes on the door that they're out of fuel. So I'm wondering.
No. You've got to be that fuel thing. That's people scaremongering stuff. Like everybody needs to back off with that fuel stuff.
The Circle K down the road. I stopped at. I was going to get fuel, and the Circle K is out of fuel.
There's not a fuel shortage.
The only time I worry about fuel is when Schneider sends me a note and they're not the least bit interested in the fuel.
There's not a fuel shortage. There's a logistics problem.
Exactly.
There's a difference.
Thank you.
That's what it is. So, but a fellow Brit's in the house. What do you got to say, Stuart?
No, you just tied it all in, right? You was talking about leases, and being successful, not successful, and whatever
Yeah,
else.
because that was that guy bitching off tonight
Well,
in
no,
that
but
other
you-
live that we're in.
Yeah, but
you
you
know?
tied it in at the end about doing the work, right? That's the problem. A lot of these guys come in with the pretense of, "Oh, we've made it. We're in a lease. We got a truck," and then they want to go home every weekend when they should be running their ass off, right? And you just talked about getting out the truck and doing the stuff you don't want to, what other guys don't want to do. It all ties in, man. I'll be the first one to tell you, you could put me in the shittiest lease out there, I'll make it work. If I've got the right mentality, I'll make it work. It's nothing to do with, the only way that a lease would fail for me is if the company just refused to give me a load and was trying to get me out of it and try to resell that truck. That's the only way that I could fail at a lease.
Right.
There's no other reason, because you know what? You just stay out. If you're behind, you stay out. I mean,
Yes.
I don't understand as
But it's also you have to look at it in the sense that if you're going to make that jump from company driver and be a lease driver or an owner operator, when you make the jump, and as somebody who was just saying, they want to go home. They want to go home. You know what? One of the biggest things that you better be prepared for is to start doing things that you don't want to do. You better be prepared to go places you don't necessarily want to go, haul things you don't necessarily want to haul, deal with companies that you may not necessarily want to deal with. It's not because you want to. It's because, you know what, guys, you have to.
Have to.
That's the price you pay. That is the price you pay for doing business.
I have a perfect example.
Go ahead,
there was
Steve.
a driver I talked to who I was trying to help him out, and I said, "Here's what you can do." And he lives in Wisconsin, like the best freight area right now, one of the best.
Yeah.
I said, "You can do this, this, and this, and this." All this stuff. He's like, "Well, I don't want to do that. I don't want to do that. I don't want to do that. I don't want to do that." And then he turned around and said, "I might just park this truck, go company, and file bankruptcy." I said, "So let me get this straight. You would rather file bankruptcy and put yourself in a situation where you don't control where you go,
yes,
over going to Chicago once every now and then, or going into Houston every once now and then, or staying out a little bit?"
How long does bankruptcy last in the States?
7 years.
7 years. Okay, it's the same up here, eh, Brian?
Same in
7
Canada.
years.
Usually by 5, it's kind of
Well, then you can start
kind of worn
scraping
off.
by again. Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, you're right, Steve. You're right. That is the mentality of people, certain people. We all know that. I work with a guy right now that would rather park his truck. He's like, I'm not he gets a load to Wilkes-Barre, Pennsylvania, out of Ottawa, Ontario. Okay, it's a 420-mile jaunt. Now, I myself personally, I like these. These are money makers, right? You keep turning over 420s to 450s and like those guys. Those are good money makers, but he won't start his truck for less than 900 miles, a 900-mile load.
Going back up there is like a $2,000 load.
He'll sit at home for 2 days until he gets a 900+ mile load. Meanwhile, in 2 days, I've already banged off two 450-mile loads, and I'm on my third one before he started his truck. But he's like,
you're Brian. You're
it's in the head. It's in his head.
I just saw an Ontario flatbed load the other week for $2,000 going from like Wilkes-Barre to Ontario.
Yeah, the thing to what you just said there's two parts to that, right? As far as wanting to go home, it's not whether I want to go home. It's not whether my wife wants me home. It's not whether the kids want me home. Is the business going to allow me to go home? That's one. Okay,
Look,
you're married.
I like my home time, so I've structured my business to be around the home time.
Exactly.
But if I have to go out, I will.
Yeah, you got to do what you got to do.
If you're young, and if you're single or you only have a girlfriend or whatnot, doing a lease purchase, you can make it work, and you can definitely complete it. Yeah. If you've got children, a wife, and stuff, it makes it much more difficult.
This is one reason why.
No, I'm saying, but Jackknife, I'm an old fart, 55. I can make a lease purchase work.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I'm just saying, people with baggage, it's a little harder,
Yeah,
it is. But let me tell you this: back, in the call it the leaner years when we were still Dar and I were still fairly new at this. she had to come to the understanding that I didn't come home every weekend. And basically it was, and the way I would put it to her is, I'll come home when the work is done. When the work is done, I'll come home. And as an owner operator, you better have that mentality at certain points. I don't have to do that now. I'm at the point in my career where I'm starting to wind it down. I'm home every weekend, I am a basically Sunday to Thursday or Sunday to Friday driver now. I'm home every weekend. But
I want to be home every day.
You've earned that. You've earned that right to do that. You've put the work in. You've got yourself into a position by doing the work, and the dividend is now paying off, right? And
right, but for a lot of years, you're right. I didn't have that, and when the job was done and the money and the bank account reached a certain level, fine, time to go home. Spend some time at home. It starts to dip. Time to go to work. There's no messing around.
This is one of the reasons why I say.
Stuart, don't forget that Brian's a lightweight, so you just got to deal with it.
What's your lowest point, Brian?
A lightweight now. He has the right to be a light. He's got that. He's earned that reputation from the previous years, and that's.
Britt, I've probably driven more miles backwards than you have forwards.
Oh, bugger off!
Whatever. Or you could just do the other option and just bring your family with you.
Yeah.
Well, TBT, Kevin, you got the right idea. You got the wife with you, eh? There you go.
See, this is why I say I'm married to the truck, and this is my home. The whole United States is my yard. Wherever I go, I'm home.
I'm married to my wife. I'm married to my wife, but my mistress is in the driveway. Hey, you got to remember, my wife understands that sometimes the mistress has to come first, right?
And the mistress still has problems.
It's business. Fuck problems, Robin.
Ladies always have to come first. Come on, we all know that.
Yeah, well.
Yeah.
Well, I know when my big boy here
when the wife wants a new kitty, the mistress comes first.
Who's more expensive? There's the real question.
At least it's parents.
Yeah. No, I'm lucky. I'm very lucky. I'm blessed. My wife is not a high maintenance woman. She's not expensive.
Speaking of Dar, where the fuck's Dar? Come on, Dar.
She likes expensive fats, but that's about it.
Dodina's got it sorted. She's got it made. So
I like the way. Yeah, absolutely. If I was in Dottie's position, I'd be doing the exact same thing. I would.
I'm going to be doing that.
I'd have a bigger, more comfortable truck. But I'd be in the same position. I'd be doing exactly what you do, Edgewood. I really would.
Thank you. Yeah, this is my little buddy here,
You should get a bird,
I just
Dottie.
try to go where the money is, But at the same time, it's not all about money. It's like I get tired of chasing that money. Sometimes I don't want to go to, Georgia or Oklahoma or wherever. I want to get the heck out of there. I need that break. So I just go take myself a nice little cruise to Montana or something.
Yeah.
And I just enjoy my truck driving job.
I don't need to do that anymore.
Yeah.
I'm not there anymore. But then again, I'm lucky. If I look back at all the guys that started their careers, say about the same time that I did, there's only 2 of them left. 2 of them are left. Either whether they were owner operated.
I bet they're British, Brian.
No, they're not. Neither one of them are British.
Yeah, I bet they are. You slut.
The 4 that were British swam back across the English Channel. They couldn't hack it.
Oh, yeah.
But
they're British.
Of the 2, one of them is an owner operator, and one of them was an owner operator. He's now a company driver. But out of that group that we were all running with, this industry and this business tore them up. Just tore them up, chewed them up, wore them out, burnt them out, and sent them packing.
Well, this business, it destroyed my marriage.
I've been lucky.
Whatever happened to beans? Whatever happened to beans?
Respects, Robin, listen. With all due respect, I'm just saying, everybody coming into this, let's face it. I tell you what, you could spend hundreds of thousands in America having this god-awful top education, but trucking can be the most cost-effective education and money return you would ever come across. And people, the money that I've come across, And bloody hell, have I come across them? I didn't realize I was making that sort of money, but unfortunately, yes. But you can make some absolutely fantastic money in this industry with the dumbasses that we are. I'm just saying.
Right.
But you can actually make some good money, and that I can't change. And I know it's going to take me forward, and it's going to take me to a place that
Hi, Bucky.
I'm going to be happy with, you know.
Yeah.
Well, if you know the right people and live in the right area and get into the right niche, you could easily, actually turn this into a legitimate, $5-10 million a year business and actually profit off of it.
Think about this, Jack. Now play the law of averages here, okay?
Whose phone's ringing?
That's for me. I'm not here.
Somebody just rang me here and wiped out my screen.
For you, I'm not here. I'm the same way.
She's high roller. She's at the iPhone. Yep.
Yeah, we need to ring them back and tell you.
Think about this. Think about this on the law of averages. Don't you phone me, Steve.
Oh, who rang you? Steve. Right, I'm going to ring him now.
Okay, what was I saying? The law of averages, okay? It takes the average driver, it takes you 8 years to hit 1 million miles. On average. I'm not saying everybody. Some guys do it sooner.
Oh,
some guys do it faster. But
I'm
the
going to do
average
that next week.
8 years to do 1 million miles. Now, as an owner-operator, if you've been driving for, say, 24, 25 years, that means you're 3,000 mile plus on average. Now, think about if you were paid an average your mileage rate per mile out over a 24-year period on 3 million miles. How much money have you made?
I know.
You've been a millionaire 3 times over, 4 times over.
I've been doing this
now,
since
how many of us?
2016.
How many of us, except for bloody Brit over there, have that $3 million in the bank?
Yeah, you bitch. Anyway, 2016, I started this, and I've actually put 1.1 million miles on my truck.
Well, there you go. 2016.
And my body feels like 1.1 million miles.
So you've done that. You've done that in 6 years, almost 7 years.
Because I run like a mother.
But it doesn't matter what you make, guys. It's what you keep, and that's
okay, Stuart. What?
But the problem is, you look at the culture. Just look at the culture inside the trucking industry, man. There's a lot of people that I just look at, and I'm thinking wasteful spending.
Well, I was gonna say, there's a lot of what really hurts the trucking industry right now is, I would say, between the influx of, I guess probably because of YouTube and a lot of stuff, the new influx of people coming in, business-minded people. It is a lot easier for a suit and tie guy to take an advantage of, say, a truck driver per se, than usually it is to take advantage of other business people. And I have a feeling that's a lot of what's going on right now, is that guys are making dumb decisions and doing dumb business deals, and it's becoming more of the norm than it is the exception. You know what I mean? And I think that's what's hurting the industry right now. Is it's just like enough people say yes to a certain thing in a rate con or a carrier packet, it becomes the new norm and not the exception. And I think that's kind of like what's happening with a lot of stuff, and that's why we're seeing, I think, so much blown out costs, go up, because there's no real pushback. They're just saying yes and signing on the dotted line.
What do you mean by pushback, though?
Like, just people that are just smart enough to be like, hey, that's not a good business decision. I just won't do business with you.
I'm gonna give you an example, okay? And it's a common one: detention. Okay, I've been told, and I've come here a million times, you can't negotiate detention. What the broker sets is that's what you got to take. It's bullcrap. Because when I'm at Patriot Star, Kenny had negotiated a special detention rate, and every time that I called up, TQL said, you have to decline your detention rate. You have to use our detention rate every single time. And I'd say, nope, not doing it. And you know what? 99% of the time, I still got the load with the detention rate that he'd pre-negotiated, which was a lot more than what they were trying to push. So, when something just as simple as that, if it's maybe, $25 more, you times that by the amount of loads they do a day and the amount of detention that's accumulated. You know what I'm saying? there's a lot of money that truck drivers give up just because they don't want to fight, or they don't think it's the norm, or they just roll right over.
But some people don't know how to negotiate either.
It's easier for them not to argue.
Well, I was
right?
gonna say that's why
Just-
point and clicks have become so popular lately too. For that,
Yeah. Do you know how much money gets left on the table on a daily basis? You're talking
I've talked to
thousands
brokers.
of dollars.
I have some broker friends that they literally on their phone calls, if they have a posted rate, nobody's even negotiating. Like JB Hunt, like people are just taking the JB Hunt book it now prices, and they're calling broker, hey, what's the price on this? Oh, we're looking to move this for $1,500. Okay, done. I mean, because people are desperate,
right?
And that's a
well, you know what? Well, I'm gonna say, you know what probably happens, because the same thing happens to me. I'll sit here for 2 or 3 hours because, well, one, I just won't take, like I said, I won't just take a load into like Phoenix because it's the highest paying rate and stuff. I won't do it. But what they'll do is they'll sit here for 2 or 3 hours, and they'll email brokers, because now a lot of people are doing email again. And when you email them, what they're doing is they're asking, hey, what's your rate? You give them their rate, you never hear back from them. You have to keep emailing them back. Hey, you got what's going on with this load, blah, blah, blah. And you wait, and then you're calling brokers and
So
stuff.
it's like a self-checkout.
It's like eventually you just get so aggravated, you just, I pay sort of okay, and you just take it.
Oh, you're going to trigger Brian with the
and
self-checkout.
I think that's what people are doing.
I mean, but you got to learn, right? You've got to learn to
My load is free.
and there's tricks to that, right? Ask questions which don't normally be asked. There's one trick right there, because when you have a broker on the back foot, they're like, well, we've all been there where a broker's called us and they throw a load at you, and you're trying to do something, trying to figure it out, and you accept something you probably shouldn't do. How about ask questions like, hey, when does this load actually have to be moved by? Just a random question that no one ever is asking. They're just trying to move a load, but just ask, turn questions around on them and ask abnormal questions to get them thinking and get them on the back foot. It's whatever.
When
I write them an email,
Stuart and Jackknife and stuff out. The one thing we're missing here is how long have you guys been in this? And what I'm saying is, people listening to Stuart and Jackknife, you got to appreciate these guys have been into this for a few years. Same with Snorlord and Dolina. You guys need to explain that to stuff, that you've been in this for X amount of years on what you do, because people are listening to this information and they're wondering how you're coming to this information. It's because that's based on the years that you've dealt with it,
It's from years of doing it and doing it and doing it.
Right, and that's
a lot of these brokerages. They're okay. So here, a lot of these brokers, when you talk to these guys, you can tell that they're usually higher educated. All right. Most of them are, well, I'm not. No, I know you know what I'm saying. I'm not saying. I'm just saying that they go to a place that
you can pay a monkey to answer a phone, man. You can pay a monkey to answer a phone and give you a rate.
Well, usually when I've got most of the brokers I've ended up talking to, they've ended up going, just bullshit, and they've ended up going to college or some kind of university or something. In fact, some of the brokerages require it now. But like when I email them, from at least an official looking email. It isn't like, I smoke crack at gmail.com or something. Okay,
that's mine. I've already got that one.
It's an official email. I have an official header. I usually write like, hey, this is Kevin from blah blah blah, the MC number, blah 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 blah. And here's where you guys posted the load. If they have a load number, I put the load number in, and from here to here, can I get some more information on this load, please? And I'll put my name and what I am, and send to them. And I'll usually get a reply back, or I'll get some funny ones. I'll get a reply back, and they'll be like, oh, what's your MC number? Well, it was in my you didn't read the three sentences that I wrote it in the email. Like, come on.
Yeah.
I have all that in my signature. In my email signature, I got the name, Like Trucking, our MC number, my phone number, my email, and I say serving owner-operator company serving all 48 states. And so it's funny when I get an email back and they say, what's your MC number? I'm like,
like, did you even look at it? How do you even know? They just hit reply and just look.
Well, that's a trigger right there for me. That tells me they're They're probably on the phone. They're sending.
They got
files.
they got so many emails. Because usually what I'll get back is I'll ask for information and they'll ask me what's my rate.
But what does that tell you? No, go back to the first bit because you're skipping over something that's really important there. That tells me that they're really freaking busy. Okay, well, if they're really busy, guess what? They've either got a shitload that's happened and they're having to deal with a shitstorm, or there's more loads, or they're trying to push down. There's a lot of information just from that little bit that they're not reading through the email. It's not like they're desperate and like trying to cover it and actually thoroughly going through it. To me, that is, a key bit of information. Here, and I'll give it in a different example. Right, I used to do heating and air conditioning. We would always go for the sell and try and sell a new air conditioner, and we would try and pre-qualify a customer before we even went out there. We would ask, hey, this is your address. What type of car do you have, by the way, so my technician knows to look for this type of car? Well, if they say an S-Class Mercedes, they're going to freaking dispatch the freaking technician that has the best closing ratio. The homeowner doesn't know that. The homeowner just thinks that that's freaking, helping them find the house. But what we've done is if you've got an S-Class Mercedes, you've probably got a better credit rating than someone that's driving around.
You use some marketing knowledge and you classified that customer.
Yeah, but it's the same thing, right? It's the same thing. You can say, okay, well, why did this person not read my email? Look, I could be wrong, and I'm making some assumptions maybe, but there's 9 times out of 10 it's because they're busy, right? They've got a shit ton going on at once, and you have to look at all this stuff and the little nuances.
Well, I mean, they're probably all busy right now because just in general right now, freight, there isn't a lot of freight out there, and there's still a lot of truck capacity.
If freight's half, why would they be busy? Because they're trying to push the rate down on it. That's all.
Well, no, they're busy because they got so many trucks calling them because there's not that much freight in that area.
It's a possibility, right? It's a possibility. So then the other thing. Okay,
and again, you got to think. I usually call if I'm like, let's say I'm on the East Coast here and I'm coming out of like where I live. If I call on a load, it's probably going to go to the Midwest. It's not going to go to Florida. It's not going to go to Arizona. Right.
Let me ask you this: if that broker's got such an influx of calls because he's got a load on the board, most of these brokers, the good loads are gone before they even hit the board. They have a book of customers.
Well, that's usually what happens. Is either the load's gone.
Now, is this something that I really want to be dealing with? You see, all these questions, and I know. Look, I know. Maybe I'm an anomaly, and I just think of this shit as I'm talking to him. Right? I don't know. But that's the shit in my mind when I'm talking to these guys.
I've already had it where I've called one of these brokers up on a load and got a hold of him, and he thought I was actual. I don't know how I came out and said it, but I guess he thought I was one of their dedicated trucks that they use for that customer or whatever. And he was like trying to apologize to me, and I'm like, "What are you talking about?" And then it kind of kicked in my head that he thought I was. I guess he mixed up the phone lines, or he thought I was a certain carrier. Mm-hmm. But it almost sounds like some of this stuff is they're putting it out there, and whoever emails them back with the cheapest rate, they're using it for like a bid system.
Really? Me and Dodolina, we're having t-shirt fights here. I don't understand that.
How
many of you guys have?
Did you happen to notice what your shirt did to your name?
No, don't even go there. Brits do it better. Stuart will stand up with that one, and yet Dodolina's trying to fight me on that. God, I didn't realize she had that sense of humour. Son of a gun. Hold up, I've got a better t-shirt than that. I've got the t-shirt that says "Make America Great Britain Again." So hold up, I'll show you that one.
Have bad dental plans?
No. Oh, stop it. Really? No.
Taxation without representation.
I actually had a great phone call today.
I'll show you guys what my signature looks like. Check it out. That's what here. That's what my signature looks like.
Yeah.
When I email a broker, it's got my name, driver, dispatcher, safety manager.
Oh my God!
Red. I'll find your location and kill you.
Hold up, chaps. Who's put that bloody thing on the bottom saying Brits?
Well, there's only one person that can do that.
I don't know what you're talking. Sorry, no hablo. Sorry.
Yeah.
No hablo. No. Talking about no. Sorry.
Anyway, I'm going to grab a sarnie, but me and Dodolina, we need to go in the pub because we're going to have a
That's
t-shirt.
the wrong
competition.
idiot.
So, apart from that, rule King Charles, whatever. 'Cause I'm going to get a sandwich because I'm starving.
Oh, he's gonna.
I'm more
moon
hungry
us.
than a bloody hostage at the moment, so I'm starving.
Yeah, you look like you've missed a few meals there, Brett.
Oh, don't even. You slut. Who says that? God damn.
He's got a belly like an Ethiopian.
Yeah, bloody Canadian. Stop it, Stuart. Hold up, mate. It's your fellow Brit. Don't even do that. Son of a gun. I'll be back.
There
in
you
about 5
go.
minutes,
Master of Metal right there in the middle of the screen. There you go.
Yeah. Back in 5 minutes, you sluts. So anyway.
Oh, we won't be here. We know you're coming. Make sure you throw your $49.95 to get back in, you cheap bastard.
I tell you what. Hold up. Let's get back.
No,
to
you
that
don't tell me
conversation.
nothing, Brett. Sorry.
Oh, no. Hold on a minute. I've sold my body to your channel tonight. I've made you a lot of money, so you just better be back in about 5 minutes.
You poured yourself out is what you've done.
Money.
Oh, bollocks. So I'll be back in a few minutes anyway.
Yeah, okay, yeah.
Yeah, bloody.
Okay, yeah. We'll wait for you.
Yeah, you better do, because we're all pretending.
All right.
Oh, you bloody wankers.
Oh, he's a good boy. I love Britt, man.
He's awesome. I love him.
I don't know. Can you call Canadians wankers?
They call everybody wankers.
Yeah.
Or a muppet?
Yeah, I like wank. I like wanking, but
I'd rather be a muppet.
a wank is a good term. I like that term.
Yeah.
Leafies.
You fucking muppet.
No, Muppets.
Leafies.
Robin,
Canadians
Muppets
are called leafies.
Well,
You
Muppets are what the English call each other, right? When the English want to insult each other, they call each other Muppets.
You guys used to have this cool ass flag, and then you decide to make it into a freaking leaf.
Well,
like we had a choice. Like we had a choice.
You guys don't have many of those up there.
Choices? No, we don't. We don't.
We're getting there. We're getting there. Don't worry. We're getting there.
Our communist prime minister has been doing quite the number on us over the last 2 years.
Castro?
We are about that far from being a state-run country. And if it wasn't for the conservatives, the conservative party, we'd already be there. The liberals would have us. Our liberals would be the same as your Democrats.
That's why they took these away from you guys.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Okay. At the end of the day,
don't get me wrong.
It doesn't matter.
That doesn't mean we don't have them, right? But we're not allowed to have them. We're not supposed to have them. Doesn't mean we don't have them. We've got them. We're just not legal to have them, as you guys are in the States, right? Making a law taking away our firearms and our weapons.
Isn't it a crime to have them without being registered?
Nope.
Buddy, in Canada, it's a crime to be breathing without the Prime Minister's
It's only a crime if you get
You guys got that great healthcare industry up there, though.
No, it's not great healthcare. No, it's not.
No, I have a sister. I have a sister-in-law from up there, and she comes back down here every time she needs anything done.
Robin tends to forget, okay, what you guys in the States have to deal with for your health care, right? I don't. I come on, face it. On a 30-day month, I spend 24 days in the States. I know what you guys are going through. I talk to you guys. I work with you guys. And what you guys have to pay for your health care and everything like that. Compared to what you guys have to go through for your health care, we have it very well. And Robin, you need to remember that. Regardless of what you
I don't have a health card.
Well, you should have one.
I moved to Quebec, man, and then I moved back to Manitoba. I still have yet to get a Manitoba health card.
That's your fault.
No, COVID and all this shit. I can't go into a fucking office and fucking get my fucking health card. Like I could go get it in fucking 10 minutes if I wanted to, but all the red tape because of this COVID shit.
COVID screwed everything up.
Listen,
I have a sister-in-law from Quebec. And the way she puts it is,
there's no
when she
clinics in Quebec.
she ended up having to get surgery on her leg or something. It got broken and shattered or whatever. They had for her to wait I guess the wait to see the specialist and get the X-ray done. They ended up having to like re-break things on her leg because they started fusing because it took so long for them to get down the line between. So she said, I guess she's ended up coming to the ER here because she got in a car accident, a few things, and she says. She says, I would rather, for the few times she's had to actually be in like hospital care or something, she says, I'd rather pay the $400 or $500 a month to actually have that better care than to be a number. She said, basically, you're in limbo. You got somebody else that's deciding what they're going to do on you, and
you've made a very good point, and that is that is a very valid point.
Because she said, if you want to have that care, you can pay for it in Canada. You can get extra
and it will take
care.
you to the top of the list. It will bump you up, right?
Yeah.
It will, if you're willing to pay for it.
Yeah, if you want an MRI, go to the States and just pay for it.
If you want to use,
it's like $50 or $60 sometimes, depending where you go. I mean, there are places where it is a lot more.
Okay. This is the example. Here's the best example I can give you. Okay, all of you guys, or most of you guys, Stuart, Jackknife. I don't know if you got kids. Steve, I know you got kids.
Yeah, I got kids. Yeah.
When you went to the hospital, if you didn't have health care and your wife gave birth, how much would they give you for a bill?
Oh, my youngest one,
probably 100,000. Well, it depends. If it's a vaginal birth, probably like maybe 30. Not even that. Probably 15 to 20, maybe, if that.
2 years ago. 2 years ago.
If it's like a C-section, you're talking about 50 to 100, probably.
$80,000 with an epidural.
What about you, Steve? Have you ever had to pay for a birth of a child?
No, my wife works for the hospital, so we've always had health insurance.
Okay,
now,
all right. So there.
I will
That's
say
fair.
this though: I had to take my son to ER a couple months ago because he got COVID and he had some breathing issues, and the bill would have been like $10,000, but after our insurance, everything is about $400.
Okay, I got 5 kids. I've never paid a bill.
Well,
put that in perspective. I've got 5 kids, never had a bill.
See, if you have Cobra or whatnot down here, you had Cobra.
I've never taken one of my children to the hospital. I never had a bill for anything other than an ambulance ride.
Yeah, how about dental though?
Well, dental. I have benefits from my dental, right?
Okay.
Our government doesn't cover the dental.
Yeah, it doesn't cover dental, but
it doesn't cover dental. Our OHIP, our medical plans in Canada don't cover our dental, but it does. It covers. I could fall off the porch of my house here right now and break my arm. I can be at the hospital an hour later, and within 40 minutes of that, have my arm set and not. And
you know what though? Like a few things for like if you're to me going to a normal doctor visit and having to pay like a $20 or $40 copay doesn't bother me at all. Like,
no.
Or 60 or whatever. Like to be honest, some things should, I don't think everything should be a damn handout, at least to a point.
No,
but
don't
I mean,
get me
like
wrong.
the big.
We pay for it. Okay. We pay for it. Like Canadians are probably.
Your taxes, yeah.
We're higher taxed than you guys are. Okay. Our income taxes are higher than yours.
That's what does it.
Our personal taxes are higher than yours. I think our corporate taxes. That's why I run everything through my corporate.
Yeah, why you ran corporate?
Our
Because you can,
taxes, I think, are a little lower.
You can deduct more, yeah.
But our personal taxes, we pay more in personal income tax than you guys do. So at the end of the day, when I say we don't pay for it, yeah, in a sense we do, but I'm not paying for it reaching into my wallet and pulling out a credit card or pulling out a bank card or pulling out cash.
And you know what? I think a lot of it too down here is like right now, it's November. Like everybody can change their healthcare plan usually. Like if you read the actual, the actual fine print. If you actually read the actual fine print and see what stuff's covered, there's a $50 difference from what I pay a month between having, a lower copay and not having a lower copay, and having tests like MRIs, blood work, CT scans, testing, to having that covered and then not having that covered. It's a $50 difference. And I don't think people really decide to, read that. like go into, and nobody understands all that lingo and the deductibles and everything like that. So right now, for me, like if the insurance that I'm probably going to switch over to, I'll end up having testing and stuff, fairly cheap. But
chaps,
I still have an $8,000 deductible.
Chaps, breaking news!
What
Breaking
the
news!
fuck is going
Oh my
on
god!
down there?
I did not get the memo that it's bloody snowing outside. It wasn't snowing when I got here, but now it bloody well is.
Where are you at? You're by Ohio.
You know why
No,
it's snowing there? It's snowing there because you bloody well deserve it.
Oh,
Brett, where are you at?
You said you're in Illinois.
I'm in Illinois. I'm in Illinois.
Oh, it's been snowing all day here in Ohio. Where you been?
Well, I went in there and I said to him, I didn't bloody
Apparently
well
not
snow.
Ohio.
And she says, the woman says to me, where are you from? I said, yeah, I'm not from round here. And she says, you talk a bit weird and stuff. I said, Jesus Christ, it's cold out there. I said, have you seen the snow? God damn, it's cold. Don't go
cold. It's like 30 degrees.
Yeah, that's buggering well cold.
Steve, what the hell are you drinking? What is that?
It's hold on. It's
TBTs.
like in sugar, but it's the chocolate.
Wow, that's terrible.
Dude,
that's
this
gross.
They ripped off Yingling.
To me,
hot chocolate.
Yingling came out with Hershey chocolate.
That's like girly beer.
Steve, to me, you see,
oh, come on now.
I'm a recovered drug addict.
Beer.
I'm a recovered alcoholic, and to me, that's alcohol abuse. That's alcohol abuse right there.
That's called a chocoholic.
Oh,
what was it? Yingling.
If you're gonna flavor it up, Steve, you could try a little cinnamon. Cinnamon might help you a little bit.
Hilarious.
Fireball. There you go.
A little cinnamon might help you. Might help that.
Had the cider bomb. Holiday cheer beer.
Oh,
Stuart, we should take Steve down a pub.
The Snorlord's not quite the tough, but the badass that the world thinks he is.
I've got the Iron Maiden Trooper beer for you English dudes. I like that stuff too, but that stuff's expensive.
You ain't Steve. You ain't drunk till you've been on a proper British pub crawl, mate. I'm just saying.
You know, a good place for a pub crawl, Brett, is St. Albans, because it's like a pub. Every other building is a pub.
I tell you what, the first pub crawl I went on, I was 13 years old. I went through Leamington.
You're still having it.
He was in a walker. One of them baby walkers rolling around town.
Get training wheels for his
No, we started off in Milford on. No, listen. We started off in Milford on Sea. We went to 4 pubs in Milford on Sea. That was like half pints because we wanted to get going. We took the train to Brockenhurst. There was 4 pubs there, and we had halves there. Then we did the Leamington from top to bottom. That was another 20 halves. And yeah, God, 13 years old, 3 o'clock in the morning, walking home so we could get home because we had school the next morning. We like to keep it real.
We used to actually drink next is a pub across the road, and it was like split into 2 halves. So it was like more of a, you know what I'm on about, like where they have more of like a dining room setting, and they would have like the bar setting, and the teachers would go in one side, and all the
students would go on the other
side during lunch break. It was crazy.
I want to go to England. I want to go to England and drink from one of those clubs or pubs that have been around since like the 1600s. See, we don't have anything like that in America because we're only like 250 years old. That's what I mean.
You can go to Amsterdam and fuck those 200-year-old prostitutes.
If you come over to Philadelphia, you can find a few 200-year-old pubs.
No, I'm talking about 1600s. Like
you might have to bring your gun, but
yeah. So the little town I'm from actually has like an old pub. I mean, thatched roof. All of the doors are like 5.5 feet. Like everything is just like tiny. Just because people are smaller.
Sorry, Stuart. What's the drinking age in England?
16, I believe. Yeah,
16 months. That's 16 months.
Yeah, 16 months.
Well, but the drinking age in the U.S. is like 16 too.
16.
No, legal drinking age.
Well, no,
Yeah.
Legal drinking age in England. You can drink with a meal at 16 years old.
If you have a decent beard and you just walk in like you know what you're doing, you can drink at 16.
Again with a beard.
I can't hear. I'm pretty sure it's 16 with a meal, and I believe like if you want to do like hard liquor and go to like a bar, it's 18. I'm pretty sure.
Now in the United States, it's 21 in all states, correct?
Correct.
Not
Yeah,
all
it's
states.
21.
No,
Yeah.
no,
You
not
see,
all states.
in
It's not
Canada,
Well, no,
it's
New Jersey used to be 18, but they changed it. It's 21 over there too. So
Oh,
It's
okay.
21.
I think it's all
21
states
throughout
now.
the United
Okay.
States.
in
Okay, just word
Canada,
for it.
it's province to province.
His headset. He can't hear. We can't hear
Look
you.
at Stuart's
Mark.
comment.
Oh,
Look at
sorry.
Stuart's comment.
All I was saying is New Jersey are a bunch of girls. I just wanted to put that into the screen, actually, just to help out Jackknife. But
What's that say?
I remember, like in England, like at 13 years old, we used to get all our paper money together and everything, and we would go down the offie, which would be your liquor
Where's
store.
Sterling? He should get in here.
Yeah, no shit.
No, Sterling talks. He gets
He
good
just
on this
pitched
stuff.
in
But anyway,
$5.
hold on, is it true that only
No, but
started calling
what
it?
I was saying before Britt decided to take over the show again for the
Oh,
fourth
bollocks! Bollocks! I was trying to say that it was
in
like,
Canada, it's done province to province, right? So,
oh yeah, but
for
Canada,
example,
girly. Yeah.
someone's going to pay $10 to throw you out again. So shut up.
Oh,
So
stop. Okay, no, it's $30 to get me.
there, we just muted them. Anyway,
We'll double
Yeah,
that.
man.
in
I have to
Ontario,
do it
it's
myself because I can do it
19.
automatically.
In most other provinces, the drinking age is 18.
No, Saskatchewan is 19.
Is it in Saskatchewan's 19?
Saskatchewan
You
is
gotta be
19.
special.
Right. So I think 19 and 18 are the two drinking ages.
Yeah.
But in the province of Quebec, even though the drinking age
yeah,
is
it's
18,
16.
if you're pretty much big enough to walk out of the store carrying it, they'll sell it to you in
Yeah.
Quebec.
That's what we used to be like in England.
Yeah.
We went down to the offie one day and we brought all our paper money out and stuff like that. And we said to the guy, "What can we buy?" And he gave us bottles of Pernod and everything. And we bought a shed load of alcohol. There was about 5 of us with all a week's paper money. And we went into like my mate's field and we just got ourselves so legless at 13 years old. It was like absolutely
Legless?
hilarious.
I love that. That's a good
Fucked off.
term. I gotta
I
remember that
didn't
one.
have to worry about that. When I was like 16, 17, I had a full mustache and a goatee, right? I didn't have to worry about it. So we used to go from lunch hour in high school. We'd leave, jump in the car, go across the street. There was a bar right beside the police station. And
Yeah, that's
when it was
the
like
shit
Stuart
they used to
was
do.
talking, the teachers would be on one side, having their lunch, and we'd be sitting on the other side, just pounding down draft. And
Brian, we could go down to the
That's
pub
how
at
it was.
13. Even
Well,
if your nuts ain't dropped, they'll still serve you a pint.
With a,
Oh,
with,
yeah.
a,
Well,
with a
when I
Calvary
was in
meal.
The cops know where you are, and they wouldn't
When I was
bother
in-
you back then.
Oh, no. No.
When I was
They
with
The
my
cops
boyfriend,
bother
would
you.
see us. The cops would
So
see
now-
us leave the school
Yeah.
in our beat to shit 90 or 89 lime green Parisienne with the panel wood panel down the side.
Hold up.
Right?
Hold up.
They
Can I
see-
just
they
when
jump
I
in?
was with my boyfriend, he
Oh,
They
had
hold
see
on,
eight of-
everybody.
like you
They
guys.
see 8 of us pile into this car, drive 300 yards across the street to the bar on the other side of the police station. You had to go around the police station to get to it. They'd see us all pile out of the car, go into the bar. We'd be sitting there drinking, eating our club sandwiches and chicken wings for an hour, then pile back in the car and go back in the car.
We're just the least of their problems.
Hold up.
That's what it
hold
comes
on,
down
everybody.
to. In Canada,
Jackknife TV.
RCMP, that's the least of our problems.
Hold on, Robin. Everybody.
When I was
Look at that.
when
No,
I was
hold on.
with
Listen.
my boyfriend.
Listen. Darlene. Hold on. I need to say this. Mrs.
Oh,
TBT.
fuck. Hold on.
Listen, Linda.
No bollocks. No, to keep the Brit in, $9.99. Holy heck. Rule Britannia to TBT. Mrs. TBT, actually. So I had to bring that up.
When I
Carry
was
on.
with my boyfriend, he had a beard like you guys. We'd go into a restaurant and they'd give him, he was 46, 47. They'd give him the senior discount. And so,
Damn.
like, okay.
Dottie,
And I'm lots older than he was.
Dar and I were in Nashville. Dar and I were in Nashville 2 months ago. She came out in the truck with me for 2 weeks. We ended up doing a layout. We delivered in Nashville, but we spent the night in Nashville. We hit Kid Rock's bar. We went up and down, and we were hitting the bars. We walked into a bar, and I swear to God, I looked just like I do now, and the guy at the door ID'd me. I looked at this guy and I seriously said to him, I said, are you
fucking kidding me?
real? Like, I don't usually swear in that context.
Yeah,
I did.
No way. No way.
Are you effing real? And he looked at me and says, if I don't ID you, my boss, and he pointed at the guy over there, will fire me.
Yeah,
they got mad. They got mad for
I
underserving or
couldn't
something.
believe that.
Must have been his first day on the job.
Yeah, because in Tennessee they have these huge freaking crazy laws in Tennessee because we
They have that in
we
California.
were
You
in
have to ID
Tennessee.
everyone.
We were in Tennessee last week or whatever it was, and look at me. Obviously, I look fucking a little bit over than 21, right? And I got ID'd everywhere we went. And
Right.
Yeah,
just
they
kinda
do 100%
it's just the way it is.
compliance. So
It's
there's no
100%.
confusion.
They don't care who you are. You could
Is that
roll
what it
in
is?
Yeah,
on your
Broadway's
deathbed
pretty
with
rough.
freaking- yeah.
Everyone gets it. I mean, you could be 99 years old and they're freaking ID in your ass.
Yeah, Tennessee
Yeah.
doesn't care about that.
It's like Snorlord just said it, so that they can guarantee that they have 100% compliance.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Right. Nobody slips through the cracks.
Nope.
Exactly.
Because
Just
there's always that one kid that's standing around down at the other with the can of crazy glue and the fucking white cotton balls, and they're sticking them to their face, right? And then they're doing that, and then they're primping. Yeah.
Thing is, some people get really pissed off
It reminds me of
when
Superbad.
you ID them. With
It's
me,
not the
it's a
same.
compliment, but some
Well,
people
the
really
problem
get
is
pissed
because
off.
the wife has this. She runs a hotel or a restaurant that sells liquor, right? So one of the issues is the actual city is actually cracking down on it because it is a party destination and so many youngsters were coming. So there's actually penalties and fines in place to the establishments if they get caught. Like within city limits, not just like a federal thing or a state thing. It's within city limits as well.
Well, they'll go in and try to do it too. They'll set up stings and find them and all kinds of shit. Yeah.
Yeah, I was actually, believe it or not, when I was 18 years old, I was a bartender, and I got busted by the Florida ATF they were called the BATF, which is Beverage, Alcohol, and Tobacco and Firearms in Florida. And this chick walked up to the bar, walked right behind. I just got on shift, so I get on shift. I get behind the bar, I talk to the guy, and I'm like, yeah, whatever. I turn around. She's sitting at the bar. There is a beverage just sitting here, just completely condensation, empty. So I'm thinking, okay, she's been here. He served her before, whatever. She goes, can I get another one? Sure. I just turn around, freaking grab the bud, freaking popped it open, throw it to her, walk down the end of the bar. Next thing you know, some guy goes, hey. So I'm thinking, oh, shit, I got another guy I got to serve. Comes
That's
over.
a good bartender, though.
Boom, flashes the badge and goes, you just served an 18-year-old a beer. I need you, the owner, your beer license, and everyone else at the end of the bar. And I'm just kind of like,
what did they charge you for that?
I think it was contributing to a delinquency of a minor.
Well, in Manitoba, it's a $1,500 fine.
What are you drinking?
I went to
there,
court.
TBT?
I went a little Pacifico beer.
Do any of you fucking guys drink normal beer?
What do you mean that's normal? That's great cerveza,
That should have been the dead giveaway.
Like, what am I sitting in? I'm the only guy in the room that doesn't drink, first of all.
Yeah,
and I'm sitting in the room with a bunch of guys that nobody drinks like normal, but we're truck drivers, for Christ's sake. Grab a bottle of Bud and drink it, for crying out loud.
Listen, look, I'm not 18 years. I'm not 18 years anymore. Okay, I'm not drinking.
You guys are a bunch of fairy on
Okay,
wheels.
that
You really
shit's
are.
We can afford a little bit better now.
Oh shit!
I might as well just go ahead and I'm gonna go run to the fridge and get me some PBR. I'm not James Bass. Okay? I drink a little bit better than the crappy beer. No offense, James, but I'm just saying. You know how it is.
my PBR.
I can't do that stuff, man. I'm too old.
Here, I'll go in and get a case of Yingling or a case of Guinness. There you go. We get $20 for a six.
Forever.
The last beer I had, this is how long ago I quit drinking. The newest beer on the market when I quit drinking was Miller Genuine Draft. think of all the good shit I've missed over the last 30 years.
I was gonna say.
I think I was 19 when I drank that. Yeah.
They had the commercials.
I would have been 23.
Sorry, there's some really good shit out there now.
For a living.
Right, that's about right.
But when I do drink beer, it's Corona at a beach, and I'm wearing a bikini or something.
No.
So
Miller Genuine Draft And
Girls' beer.
yeah, my
Girls' beer.
last night drinking was
Girls' beer.
Jim Beam cocaine, Jim Beam, a bag of cocaine,
beer.
partial bag of weed.
Not wild turkey?
Oh God, no, wild turkey. No.
Oh, come on.
No.
Who the hell
Jim
sucks
Beam,
on a
2
wild
ice cubes, a
turkey?
glass,
Who
and
does
leave me
that?
alone.
That's Canadian thing.
Okay,
sucking
Brian,
on
what do you
wild
think
In
of
my
Crown
in my
Royal?
old drinking days, so this was I was a Bacardi 151 guy. Like
I was gonna say,
Wow.
Oh,
the
you're one of those
club,
guys.
the club that we played at, that APMEA played at, they would have it on the shelf specifically for the people that breathe fire. And they're like, Steve, you're
Right.
the only one that actually drinks this. I'm like, yeah, hit me another one. And I found myself apologizing too much.
Damn.
So, I don't
I'm surprised you remembered anything.
I do tear up some White Russians, so that's what I've had.
I
today.
would've-
back in my
I would
high
have
school
thought,
days.
Steve, you were a Everclear guy. You know.
No, I wasn't ever clear.
Back in my high school, guys, we would buy the 24-ounce Hawaiian Punch Gatorades. We'd pour half of it out and fill it up with Bacardi 151, and we just go into school and drink that.
Children, Bacardi is so girly. I don't understand how you guys like getting off on Bacardi. That is
If I had the Bacardi 151, this would be a way different live feed right now.
No.
Oh yeah,
Bacardi is for the girlies. So.
My very first introduction to 151 rum was I think it was 18 or 19 years old, and I was in the Dominican Republic, and they had you could buy it for like $4 Canadian a bottle of like a 40-ounce bottle of 150. And I was buying this stuff thinking it was the greatest shit in the world because you could light it on fire. You know,
you can drink it straight from the bottle.
But then Robin, you can't drink that stuff straight from the bottle.
Oh, fuck off! I'd do it.
Man, Dominican Republic, I'd have been using that money for a lot of other things.
But hold on, what I thought was impressive was I was watching the kids. One like we were there a couple of days, and then we were sitting there in the back, and right across the street was the store, a little cafe store, and the kids were walking in. They'd come riding up on their mopeds, right? They didn't have motorcycles; they all had mopeds. They'd go in there and buy a bottle of the 151 rum. And they'd be pouring it, and they'd be running their fucking mopeds on it, and it's because it was cheaper than gasoline, right? Yeah. It was cheaper than gasoline. But so then I asked the guy about it. I asked we went down to the club and down to the bar, and we were sitting down by the beach, and I asked the guy, Jose or whatever his name was, and I said to him, why are they running the? And he told me, he says because it's cheaper than gasoline. It's readily available. You can get it anywhere. You can buy a $5 bottle, drive 20 miles, buy another one. You know, you can get it anywhere. Whereas gas stations are fewer and farther between. And he says, he said the only problem is that it burns the rings out of their bikes, right? It burns the rings out of the motorcycle, out of the engines.
Just throw a little two-stroke fuel in.
He says, have you ever smelt
two-stroke oil
tailpipe? I went, no. He goes, go stand behind one when he starts it up, and he it smells great. I can't back there getting stoned for a week.
Why, when you go to Mexico, why does fuel smell different?
No, it wasn't Mexico. It was the Dominican Republic.
Yeah, I know. This is Dominican. I've been there too. But same with Mexico. Like, I've been there more times, but I've only been to Dominican once. But
why does it smell like fuel? Like actual gasoline it smells like?
No, it doesn't smell like gas. It's something
else. No, it doesn't smell like gas. It's got a real sweet. It's got a real sweet. It's got a real sweet smell to it. It smells actually really good. It's not an offensive
that
smell.
shit all day. Almost
I mean, I guess it depends. It depends because some of Mexico either runs non-ethanol, and I know like a lot of other parts of Mexico run like pure ethanol practically. So,
anyone wants a spritz?
Yeah, go put some of that in your Coke and drink it, Robin.
My brother-in-law. A few weeks back,
then I'll go see the dentist later.
My brother-in-law gave me a few bottles of
peppermint schnapps.
Moonshine a few weeks back. God, it was like pink coloured. It was like paint stripper. That's the strongest.
That's some good stuff, man.
No, I took a mouthful of that. I wanted to throw that
That's
crap
the best.
up. That was
No.
that was
dry
like
ice. You ever take a fucking full breath of dry ice?
Yeah, you can't help but pull your head away. It's like
it takes your breath away.
You buy something, you open the box up, and you're like, what? And you're falling over dead.
Yeah.
I get no competition. My brother-in-law tries to get me drunk, and I try not to get drunk. That's the competition we have, and it's difficult. But he gives
Everybody,
me
I'm
paint
going to have
stripper
to
and
get
everything.
going.
See you, Dodie.
See you, Dottie.
Got work to do.
Love talking to you guys. All right.
Later.
yeah,
Have a great night, honey.
I'm an early bird. I'm
Thanks,
getting
young lady.
really tired. But I love
Yeah,
you
get up
guys. Right
early.
on.
Yeah, stop messing around. Go to bed. So just do it.
Hey, take the Brit
you
with
guys.
you, Dottie.
Yeah. Oh, stop it. That sounds.
Bye-bye.
See you, Dodie.
I don't know, Brian, but if you get a few more people on here with some beards, maybe we can get Live Bearded to sponsor you. I don't know. I'm just saying.
Oh, yeah.
I'm just saying. By the way,
Go
their products
figure.
are quite good.
And I'm the only guy that doesn't drink. Jesus, age.
No shit, eh?
Well,
Sorry, Brian.
Stuart's not drinking. What are you drinking, Stu?
I'm on water. I got stuff to do tomorrow, so I'm not
You
drinking.
girls blouse water. Good God.
I'm drinking the water they take out of the ground and then sell back to you. So
Oh my God, we got a bunch
Wait,
of
is that
parents in here.
Nestle?
What the heck?
no, probably it's Walmart water.
Yeah,
Well, it's
that came out of
That's
a well.
Niagara
well.
So that means that
200
came out of
miles
the
from
tap.
here.
That came out of the tap in the bathroom.
Well,
That's what that
I
was.
think what is it? I know Deer Park comes out by where I live. They're freaking what is it? Shit, you got
It's Gurley water.
like 20 wells over there that they use.
Yeah.
So
Just accept a jackknife, you're girly. So.
Nestle.
well, I'm in my truck, you know. I mean, I guess I'm on my 34. I could go drink right now, but
Yeah, stick.
Well, I wouldn't be drinking in your
spring
truck. That's the
water.
reason we got a hotel room. So I don't want anybody ever see me drinking and then hop in my truck. That's the last thing I want anybody to
oh
do.
hell, you see guys take like freaking 24 packs in there and freaking dump them in the morning.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
that's
how
not
does
my
that
scene.
work like with a DUI? Okay, say you're in a semi, right? In Canada, even if you're in the passenger seat and the keys are on you, you are considered that's an impaired.
Well, that's probably in the United States too. Is if the keys are anywhere in or inside the vehicle?
It's the law. The
So
law.
you got to
The
throw your
law of the
keys in
United
the ditch
States.
too.
The law in the United States is basically if you have anywhere that you can have possession of the keys and have access to a vehicle.
You're
that
right.
Gives the officer the impression
Probable
that you are
cause,
going to drive.
My
You can arrest
Yeah, you
for
could be
DUI.
on. Look, you could be on
Yeah,
a
'cause my-
34. You could
Well,
be
you
on
don't
a
even have to have the
34.
alcohol on you either. You could
I'm
just
just
be
telling you
drunk
that's a fact. For
and in the
20 years.
vehicle.
No, here's the
So-
deal. If you're
My
on,
uncle,
let's say-
got drunk one night and went into a car, and it was like I don't know, like 0 degrees or 5 degrees out, and he had the car running. And he was sleeping in the back seat. They knocked in the window and gave him a breathalyzer test and gave him a DUI right there.
Yeah,
Because nine times out of 10, what people will do is
running.
Because
Well,
9
if
times out of
there's
10,
a
what people
guy-
will do, they'll go and sleep in the car, and then before they're actually they're still intoxicated, they'll wake up and they'll drive. So 9 times out of 10, that's why a cop will still get you for DUI, because they know that statistically you're going to get tired of sitting there. You're going to turn and say, "Fuck this! I'm going to get on. I'm going to turn my car on and leave," and you're still going to be drunk.
Correct.
I know people that have done 34s and they'll get drunk and they'll get back in their truck, And the problem with that is, let's say that wherever you're parked, they're required to move the truck. Now what?
Oh, you're
so
fucked.
I never
Exactly, you're
drank
impaired.
34s on the road. Never, ever.
We used to be allowed, say, for example, you came out of the bar, you go to your car, you couldn't drive home, but you could sleep in your car as long as you threw the keys under the seat. Now, we were allowed to do that, but then, like TBT was just saying, statistically, that guy is going to wake up within 2 or 3 hours, grab those keys, start his car, take a look around and go, okay, nobody's looking, and make a run for home, right? And statistically, most people did, and that's where problems arise. So in Canada now, it's like if you've got the keys in the same vehicle with a drunk person, you're taking an impaired charge, whether the car is on, off, nothing.
Doesn't matter if you're even a passenger.
Yeah.
So say somebody goes into a gas station, take a piss, and you're in there impaired, they can ding you.
Yeah. What they do now is, what they suggest now is if you keep your window down, keep your keys, drop your keys, within 8 feet of your car. So if your car's here, like say you're on the side of the road or something, drop your keys 8 feet off the passenger side of your car. You're good. At least you know where your keys are in the morning, and if the cops come walking up, they're not going to see the keys, right? These are just little tricks. Not that I'm telling people how to.
That's the way you get your car stolen.
That's how it is. Like, okay, Brian, in Canada, now they can actually come into your home and breathalyze you 2 hours after. In Manitoba, they can come into your house.
No, they can't.
If your vehicle is warm, they can literally have the right to come into your home and breathalyze you.
No.
Wow, that's fucked up.
Not in Manitoba, not in any province. They cannot walk into your home, regardless whether how fucking hammered you are. Man. You have to agree, Robin. They come to your door. I know the law, man. They come to your door. They ask you if you're willing to take a breathalyzer and will you come outside to do it. If you say no and close the door, they can do it.
They have the right.
Not allowed to enter your house.
There was a similar situation in the States where someone got in a DUI accident. Dude was in a coma. They came in and forced the nurse to take a blood test or trying to do a blood test. The nurse flat out refused. They ended up arresting the nurse. Well, the whole case got dropped because the dude's in a coma, so he could never give the okay for a blood test.
Right.
There's
no.
It depends on the state, but I'll just tell you, at least all I know is my 20 years in law enforcement. In the state of Florida, you don't have to have consent as long as it's a felony. Once a felony is incurred, their consent doesn't matter. So you basically tell the nurse that I want a blood, this, that, and the other, and that's how it works. But if it's not a felony, then you can't force a blood.
Chaps, can I just add to this conversation?
Maybe I'll move to Florida.
No,
this happened in Utah. Happened in Utah.
Can I just say something? You lightweights.
Yeah, go ahead, Brett.
This old fart needs to go to bed, and you bunch of women, not Stuart, but the rest of you guys, I need to go to bed. So I will catch you up on another day.
You're such a fucking lightweight, man. Such a lightweight.
Yeah, bollocks. So
yeah, whatever.
leave the tanker wanker alone. He has to go night night.
Atta boy.
No, he's a Muppet.
He's
See a Muppet. Sorry. Sorry, Britt. I'm going to call you Muppet from now on. I love it. I just love that fucking Muppet sound when it comes out of my mouth.
I guess felonies in the States. I don't know what constitutes a felony in the States.
That's like federal up here.
Yeah, I guess it would be like a federal crime.
What do you mean?
Yeah, federal.
What's a weapons charge? What's a TBT? A weapons charge down there? Is that a state or a federal?
That'd be federal.
Well, probably a felony. Anything weapons.
That would
depend. It depends on the way you use the weapon, I guess.
I'll let everyone finish when everyone else.
And if
TBT,
you have concealed carry and other, there's that.
I'm asking TBT because he knows he did it for a living.
A weapons charge can be anywhere. I'm sorry, the middle of my sentence interrupted the beginning of yours. Let me try this again. A weapons charge can be anywhere from a misdemeanor to a felony. It just kind of depends on what it is.
And what state?
The only thing I know for a fact would be Florida because that's where I would work. Let's say brandishing a firearm, it can be a misdemeanor. If you're talking about then discharging a firearm, depending on what it is, it could be a felony. Carrying a concealed weapon without a license is a misdemeanor. It just kind of depends on what the situation is. Also depends on intent, and everything has to kind of get involved. It's law. It's all
It's a lot of loopholes.
Constitutional carry, baby.
That's a lot of loopholes.
Did anyone see that video with Kyle Rittenhouse? Kyle Rittenhouse, the guy who they were attacking him. Anyone see the video of him after now? Like he had to move from his state because all the hate.
Oh yeah.
Well, that was because of the news and everything else.
And news and everything. He had to move.
He got thrown under the bus in the very beginning. So.
Oh yeah, he got thrown under the bus. Fucking for real. But look at him. I can't believe he still has his integrity. Like tell you the truth, I'd be fucking crying if I was Kyle Rittenhouse right now. I'd still be fucking crying.
Didn't the media outlets?
Well,
just say
he's very wealthy. He's very wealthy
millionaire.
right now.
He's a millionaire now.
Yeah, he's very wealthy right now.
I'd move as well.
Yeah.
Why would you want to live in Michigan anyway?
Damn.
Yeah. Oh fuck.
Okay, here's one here. The Amish get a DUI for riding their horse and buggy, but can say, for example, okay, Steve, you're in Missouri, are you not?
Yes.
If I'm riding my bicycle hammered, can I get an impaired charge?
Yes, in Florida you can.
Yeah.
In Florida you can.
Yeah.
Because
in Ontario,
when you're riding a bicycle, you're still required to follow the driver's rules.
That's where I was going with that, right? Yeah. Like in Ontario, I could sit here and get liquor. I could get on my John Deere tractor, my lawn tractor, and drive.
Yeah, have a beer in your hand,
from
like
here down to the street, and they can give me an impaired ticket, an impaired charge on a freaking any vehicle.
How about a mobility scooter or an electric wheelchair?
I don't know. I'll let you know in a few years when I'm in one.
Well, I mean, usually, I mean, if there was a problem with that, they would probably either go to drunk in public or if they really,
public intoxication, whatever like that. Yeah, they get you on something. Yeah, I agree. I want to see someone get hammered and go down on a pogo stick and see what they do with that.
my buddy's stoned all the time. He's 74 years old in a fucking power chair.
Yeah.
I'll get a pug.
Don't know.
All right, guys, I'm out of here. Wheelburner, thanks for having me on.
Hey, Steve, anytime. Thanks for popping in. I appreciate you making an appearance, man. Love talking to you. Later, brother. Be good.
See ya.
That there, boys and girls, is a very smart man. If you don't know who he is and you do not watch his channel or watch his, you don't tune into his channel, start doing it. That is a well worth the time. You won't lose a minute watching Snorlord.
Wasn't he part of ZZ Top? Is that who that guy was? I don't know.
Well, he looks like it, but no. Smart guy. I've only been watching
I'm a channel member. I should know him.
4 or 5 months now, but I think I've probably learned more in 5 months of watching that guy and listening to that guy than I have in a long time. Smart guy. Smart business. Start business, man.
Anyway. Yeah, reviews a lot of rates and lanes and stuff like that.
Well, he knows them, right?
But you notice a lot. You notice his show revolves around a couple things, which I've noticed since I watch him. Obviously, he revolves around a lot of positivity, right? So
very positive, yes.
Right, always about positivity. But the one thing I've noticed that he does that it seems like there's that I guess a lot of owner ops, and obviously I'm sure I get shit since I'm not an owner op, but it seems like they get a lot of their emotions involved in a lot of their business, right? And he comes back and he's trying to tell you to stop getting involved emotionally, right? You need to take that out in a way that he does. That's how I take it, right? So because I belong to the Vulcan crew. I don't believe in emotion a lot when it comes to business, right? So obviously with my former business or my former career, I couldn't get emotional. That would either get me killed or fired. So I learned to kind of think, logically, and that's how you had to operate. So obviously when I got out of my career and then I got into the business private sector and I got into business where I was managing $1 million contracts, once again, you can't get emotion involved. It's business. Business is business. You can't get emotion. Emotion will screw you up in your judgment. You can't do critical thinking, strategic thinking. None of that will go well if you start using emotion. So I think he applies that a lot, right? Right. So it's like everyone gets upset because I get the rates are bad. And then they start saying that brokers are doing this and brokers are doing that. And I keep coming back and he keeps coming back saying, well, how do you know that? And it seems like no one can actually come out with an answer that's with facts. You know what I'm saying? Like, do you really know that the brokers are screwing you over?
No.
And it's kind of like, well, no one ever comes with an answer. It's always like, well, no, but it's just interesting. So I think he's very logical. He's very business minded, and he has good skills of understanding of being business related, of working with the broker or working with whoever you're working with to enhance your business. And I think that's key, especially in this, what I've learned from the small time I've been here.
Now, I think if you were watching earlier, we were talking about that exact thing. We were. I think
I might have been at dinner.
I think you and Mrs. TBT tuned in a little later, but we had already been. We were talking about that, and we were discussing that one of the biggest problems that people have is emotions, ego, and pride as owner operators. If you can remove your emotions, your ego, and your pride, and just leave it at a business level, there's nothing you can't accomplish or figure out or work through. It's your ego and your pride that get in the way, and it's your emotions that run you. You know, if you're a real emotional person, a lot of the times you're going to have trouble doing business.
Every day is different. Every day is different.
Yeah, well, everybody's different. I agree. I
think you got to add one more thing in there with, you know, people like to see the world through their eyes only, right? You know,
that's a good point.
When you look through your lens and you're seeing the issues that you see every day, you have no idea. I mean, just because that's what you're seeing, it doesn't mean that's what every other person is dealing with. There's different parts of the country. You know, you talk about, I mean, you can talk to a damn farmer, and you go to the Northwest and go down to Florida, they're dealing with totally different issues. You know what I'm saying? And it's the same in the trucking. You have different sectors, different industries, you know, different parts of that which affect that, and you try and tar it all with the same brush, right?
Yeah. No, I agree. But gentlemen, I'm all vaped out, and I got to get up early. So I appreciate you guys popping in, Stuart. Always a pleasure. Jackknife, I'm glad you came in here, man. I've subscribed to you. I'm going to go when we're done here. I got to go clean up, and I'm going to go have a shower, but I'm going to go through your channel. I appreciate what you said.
All
Thanks for coming in.
Yeah, no problem, Wilbur.
Here anytime, man. Anytime you want.
Yeah, sure. All right.
Don't be a stranger.
Nah, just, you know, hopped in.
Yep. Hey? Oh, sorry. I thought you were saying something, Jackknife.
No, I thought TBT was just about to say something.
You guys want to flip a coin for it, or?
No, it's fine.
I was just
got nothing good to say.
I was just going to say thanks for having me on. Thanks, buddy.
Oh, Kev, you and Megan anytime, eh? Anytime you guys want to pop in, you know you're welcome here.
Appreciate it.
All right, man. You guys all drive safe, eh? Everybody out there, drive safe.
Have a good one, Wilbur.
Except for Robin. You let Sandra drive safe, you fuck.
Oh, keep the rubber side down.
All right, Spurley. All right, guys. We'll see you later, okay? Thanks, man. Later.